What did you say?
Alright, you're good. Unmute. Unmute, people. Yes, you can. Alright.
I'm here.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Gaming Etc. podcast. My name is Wumbo.
I'm the guy that sometimes does stuff with Wombo.
Hey, Trios. Hey, Easy. Hey, you Bish.
Fish.
And I'm the person who, whenever goes into a stream, they always get DDoSed.
Third time's the charm.
Stall's not playing anything today. We are doing a podcast, the Gaming Etc. podcast. It's been, the second episode's been slightly delayed. What is going on with someone's audio?
So
Mine?
it appears to be a
Yeah,
hurricane
probably you.
that is swallowing up Party.
I'm sorry. Here, let me just...
Yeah, here's a question, guys. Is everyone's audio okay? I'm just making sure, getting last things checked. Please, just getting things ready.
Yeah. Yeah, we can adjust. Just sound off in the chat if one of us needs to be higher or lower.
Besides
Gotta figure it
the
out.
tsunami that is
Or
Party.
I'm sorry.
It's
Is it better now?
much better now.
Okay, great. It's just the Tesmo. I want my
Tes-
coffee. Well, not
Oh,
my
got
coffee.
Got it.
Okay, I'm just gonna hide from it then.
You're gonna hide from your coffee.
Well, my hot chocolate.
I guess I don't need
It's a
audio
coffee
ready up
machine,
for the
but I
time
make hot
being,
chocolate
so I
with
can
it.
just close it up. I'm sorry, guys. Just...
Dude, it's always. It's always a shit show here. It's all good. They knew what they were
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Wumbo's on the helm of controlling shit, so you know shit's gonna fall down.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hit
Yeah.
that fan and then plop right back down.
So
It's
once
a Nostal stream with Wumbo in charge and Party on our phone.
That's about.
yeah, that sounds about right. Once again, Trios, Easy, is everything okay? I'm just hurricane part.
Is it better now? The coffee
Hurricane.
machine's done.
Yes, hurricane party is over with. Oh no,
I
it's
found
still
some
going off.
shortbread.
Can you stop?
No, we're
not even
positive
near
it's
it.
Parties, right?
I'm pretty sure it's not me. I could hear it.
Let me just mute. Hold on.
Bye.
I mean, this is when I talk. That's what it sounds like.
No, I think it's party because other than you, Bish, Wumbo, everything is good. Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Shots fired
I don't-
from Easy. Oh my god,
Hey, I didn't call it worse. So
it's true.
you can unmute now. It's probably you, party.
Hold on, I'm gonna get everything and head back to where I was.
That's
What
good.
we'll do is we'll start a grant for gifted Osu players, and with it we'll buy Party an awesome mic that won't do that.
Hey, I
Do
got
it.
All right. In between this, I actually got a fucking mic and a pop
no, good.
filter. So it's really
Good for you, man. Did you get the snowball?
Yes, I got the snowball, and I also got it's a cheap pop filter, but it's good. Hey, Miles, what's up, man?
I mean, a pop filter's a pop filter for the most part, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to go to school to either, Miles. I'm just really, I don't know.
There's a lot of pencils.
Yeah, I need
Probably more the pencils than he needs, but that's okay.
I actually need pencil, so that's probably gonna last throughout the entire semester. Anyway, before we start getting to the stories and before Party can get ready, once again, you know, I know this is putting you on the spot in stall, but why don't you talk a little bit about Apollo Media?
Oh my god, man.
How was Jesus Christ over what?
Follow Media is some good shit.
Over
been
shit right
130
there.
subscribers right now.
It has been crazy, man. I mean, I don't really know what to say. We launched 6 a.m. about 6:15 a.m. because the stream was bugging out. This Monday feels like a year ago. But no, and we said, hey, let's try and get 100 subscribers in 24 hours, and we reached out to anyone and everyone we could, and they answered the call, and we got there in 16. So
It's fucking awesome.
it's been amazing, and it's all thanks to you guys. So
Yeah.
You're surprisingly family-oriented serial killers here.
family oriented.
Woot. Party. I just you're breathing into your mic. That's why it's Hurricane Party.
Party,
Hold
do
on,
you
let me
know
adjust it.
who Darth Vader is? And if so, have you learned his breathing practices? That would explain it.
I'm sorry, it's really, really close to my face and I can't do crap.
Just
Party,
don't,
it's okay. We forgive you.
just
Still love
don't
you.
put it close to your face.
I can't. It's a preset.
Party, what you need to do is stand on the other side of the room and just scream into the microphone. That way, it won't pick up your breathing. Unless you breathe like Darth Vader, in which case we might have a problem. But
Yeah.
Do you
otherwise,
want me to use my shitty headset?
no,
No, we're fine.
just making fun of you.
Alright, let's get into the stories now. Let's go on. Do you have it ready and still?
Bro, I was born ready, but up until 2 seconds ago, no, I did not.
It's in the chat. You can pull it up.
No, I got you. We're good to go.
Alright. And I guess Party can just listen on with us. Let's go out.
Ah, no, I'm opening Google Docs. I got this, man.
Alright.
I got this.
Sweetness. Alright, we got everyone here. Alright, first story of the night. Half-Life writer leaves Valve. Where's the screen cap? There it is. Okay. So, yeah, Half-Life 3, still not happening.
I mean, slow
Cry me
news
the
day.
sweet, sweet tears of white man.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't exactly new news. I mean, the fact that Mark Laidlaw,
Mark Laidlaw.
I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Hopefully.
Ah, shit. Regret.
Already just cursing for we're not sure why. It might be revealed.
I was
Are
trying
you
to
saying the
test.
bad words?
I was putting my finger in the hot chocolate to see if I'd burn the mouth, and I burned my finger instead.
Oh man, this is what you guys signed up for. I hope it's worth it.
I'm sorry, guys. Our guest.
Hey,
No,
hey,
dude,
listen-
this is awesome. We're just hanging out.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Listen, at least I'm not drunk.
That's true.
That's true.
really.
One
Now-
vote can attest. At least I'm not drunk.
True.
Now, without putting you on the spot, Party, I'm not sure what laws in Canada are. So as far as I know,
the drinking age is
you're-
18.
As far as I know, it's 12. I have no idea.
That's like most
what-
of Europe, if I do believe.
What? Someone told me you were sipping on the juice while playing Osu the other night.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, if you can think of cats chasing laser pointers, but there's about 500 of them and they're all different colors, that's
Okay.
it.
All right, fair enough. I'm sorry I missed that. That sounds
My buddy Miles in the
Like
chat.
some-
And they're hidden with various pockets, so I'm always prepared when they actually accidentally burn through 30 pencils the way I do.
Bro,
Yeah.
I
used to
hoard
lose-
pencils.
Yes,
I used to lose like 4 writing utensils a day.
I need all those
Till
pencils.
probably
when
I'm
they
a
give them to me.
kleptomaniac when it comes to like pencils and pens. I have at least 10 of them, which aren't mine.
Wow. Artie, you're a thief.
I am. I am
You're a-
illegally drinking underage thief.
Allegedly. You can't prove that. She's probably at least 12. I'm not sure how Canada laws work.
No, my province has one of the lowest drinking ages in Canada. It's 18.
Oh, that's cool.
Artie, do you guys have freedom up there yet?
Yeah, sure. Do you guys have equality down there yet?
Oh, get back.
Oh,
gosh.
shit!
Okay,
No, the answer is no. We do not.
alright, let's continue reading on. So apparently he wrote Half-Life, Half-Life 2, and the other 2 episodes, so I guess he was one of the head writers, right?
Yeah. Have you guys played Half-Life? Either one
I
or
have
two?
played Half-Life 2, I have not played Half-Life 1 or the other Episode 1 or Episode 2. What is that noise?
It's Party giving birth to one of the small alien babies featured in the movie Alien with James Cameron.
No, I found
Technically
this
not
blunt
with James
egg and I'm
Cameron. It's
trying
made
to
by
just-
James Cameron.
Shh.
Okay,
Wait, where'd I put it? Okay, there it is.
alright.
Party, how long did it take to Photoshop Chewbacca's face onto your profile picture?
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay. It looks like it took you about 9 hours.
Pencils are practically a steal, okay. Okay,
I'm just being mean.
Alright, so basically, once again, this isn't really old news that Half-Life 3 is not going to happen. And of
Right. See, where do you fall on this? 'Cause you don't think it's gonna happen?
I don't know. And also, did you know about the Half-Life 2 Episode 4 thing? With,
No,
the company-
Episode 3?
no, well, it was called Episode 4, because at the time, I think Valve was going to make an Episode 3, and this other company was going to make an Episode 4. But,
That's interesting.
yeah, I know.
Well, see, here's my thing, and to peel back the veil a little bit, Wumbo and I just briefly talked about the stories we were going to do today a little bit last night and this morning.
Yeah.
But
I did
one
not
of-
have any part in this. I am winging it. You guys.
we barely had any part of it. We organized the thing. But no, one of the stories we originally had on here, don't remember if we'll see this later tonight or not, but it mentioned someone saying, and this is a theory I've heard growing more popular, and I absolutely love it, that they don't have to do an E3 or a, you know,
Oh yeah,
what,
because
they don't have to do a reveal for this game. They don't have to market it. They could just put it up on Steam, totally done, and not say anything.
Yeah, here's the thing. It even says in the article down here, prediction: Half-Life 3 will suddenly appear on Steam one glorious day.
Okay, so this is that.
Yeah.
This is where I read that. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica L. Don't know how to pronounce your last
Okay,
name.
but listen, capitalism. Why would they do that?
Because
They
that's
know
the
they're gonna
thing
make
is,
money.
like,
That's why.
you don't have to market this game. Like,
Yeah, good
people,
point.
casual fans aren't gonna care about Half-Life 3. There's enough die-hard fans that are instantly gonna buy this the second they see it anyway.
Fuck, I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's like this will sell 5 million copies if they never make a single commercial for it, because they don't have to market this game at all.
It's been.
It'll market
I mean,
itself.
it's been so overhyped. It's like, a few years ago, it used to be Half-Life 3, and then Fallout 4, then Shenmue 3. Now, two of those, obviously, one of them
Right.
happened, and the other one is
I
getting
mean-
kickstarted.
It's your turn, Valve. You gotta step up for that eventually.
And Shenmue 3, I actually can't wait for it. But I've never
Now,
played.
here's my question.
Yeah.
For a while there were, and by they I just mean the internet. There was rumored of potentially a Portal 3 Half-Life 3 crossover.
I don't.
Oh, I remember hearing a story where that would probably happen.
Because I mean, and originally Portal was just kind of I want to say an apology, tiny game for Half-Life Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 2 being late, so they threw it into the orange box. But Portal and Half-Life exist in the same universe, so
Yeah.
canonically this could happen.
I think, is it supposed to happen before the events of Half-Life or after the event? Oh, obviously after the events of Half-Life, right?
I think so. I'm not actually sure. That's a good question.
But
But like they reference Black Mesa several
I
times.
know
both in
about
Portal.
that too,
Yeah.
and also lemon bombs.
Combustible lemons.
Burn his
Life
house
gives,
down.
life gives you lemons.
That guy won an
Don't take his
Oscar, by the
lemons.
way.
Fuck his lemons.
Not Cave Johnson. Well, that's the character's name, but
No,
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Yes, that man won an Oscar.
J.K. Simmons won an Oscar, moved on to play in Juno, and never looked back.
No, he
Great
won it
movie.
from for the movie Whiplash.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I really liked him in Juno. He was awesome.
I haven't seen the movie.
It's in the dark summer of two or 3 years ago when my computer was down. All I did was play Pokemon on my DS and watch the same 3 movies over and over, and that was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World,
Yes.
Juno, and Silver Linings Playbook.
You have a great choice of movies,
Wait,
man. Oh my god.
2 years ago? that?
Okay, Miles.
It was 2 or 3.
Fucking hilarious, man. Yeah, just release Half-Life 4 just to fuck with people.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. It's like, from the makers of Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, bring you the long-awaited sequel, Half-Life 4.
Alright, second story of the night will be on Kotaku.
Oh, most reliable website.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite gaming journalism site in all
Oh,
of time.
yes.
Yeah, you know what? I've seen this on multiple other websites. I just put it on Kotaku just for variety's sakes.
Backed by popular opinion, Kotaku.com. Sorry, I mean,
Once again, hurricane party's going off. Please stop.
I can't do shit. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
hey party in Canada. Do you guys have that song "Highway to the Danger Zone"?
Danger zone.
Never heard it. Probably.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I have seen Archer Man. I know exactly what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, there. Is it better?
It is better.
Danger zone.
I have one ear uncovered, and it's tripping me out.
Man.
Undertale. We will get into Undertale later, man. So,
Party's gonna talk for
Yeah, we're
20
gonna-
minutes uninterrupted. About it.
10 minutes actually, but still.
God, don't be rude.
We'll get into the game of
Put
the
up on my
We'll get
earbuds.
into our game of the years after we're done with the stories, but all right.
I
So
have a feeling tonight's gonna be a long episode.
it will be a long episode because
Because I'm here.
yeah, that too. We have much more content than we had the other episode,
We did.
so
Ooh.
we prepared
there.
for at least 2 hours,
It's a little
which is good.
better.
All right. So an English website had popped up that The Adventures of Mana, which is, you know, the original Final Fantasy adventure that came up on the Game Boy, is being translated into English and is being released on the PS. I think it's being released on the iOS and the PS Vita. There we go. Which is kind
I
of cool.
actually have a PS Vita.
I have a PS Vita too. Hey, Stormstep.
I want a Vita.
I have a PS Vita. The problem is there's not that many good games for it. There's a lot of RPGs.
Well-
and
Have you
stuff.
never heard of Danganronpa?
No, I haven't.
There you go.
I have Persona
See,
4
the thing
Golden.
about
It's a great
Vita-
game, but
The thing about Vita isn't necessarily that it doesn't have very many good games. It's that it doesn't have very many good exclusive games.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have many games in general. That's the problem. It does have a
Well,
lot of.
there's a ton of like indie darlings from Steam that got ported over to Vita, so it has actually a pretty decent
Papers,
library.
Please, I think, got ported.
Right. Well, there's a
Papers,
ton of
Please
stuff.
did?
There's
Holy
like,
shit.
if I got a Vita, there's literally probably 35 games I'd want to get.
Here's the
But-
problem, though. The one big fucking problem. Good luck trying to get a memory card that's big enough to hold that stuff. Like, the memory cards
That's
are
true.
so expensive.
And that's Sony's fault for their, proprietary hardware, making their $80 16 gigabyte memory card.
Fucking stupid. You could get like a 64 gigabyte memory. That's Twitter. 64 gigabyte memory card on Amazon right now for like.
Oh,
30
that would have
bucks.
been me. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, they need to just and Sony has a long history of doing that. Don't get me wrong. This isn't them just suddenly awakening and being like, we
Micro
should charge
SD card,
$9,000 for Vita cards. Exactly. Right. And if you look at it, it's basically a bigger micro SD card. They look almost identical. So it's ridiculous. But that's Sony for you. I mean, they do
Look,
what they
I
do.
like Persona 4 Golden, and I wish there were more. I wish there were more games for it and a better usage. Let me rephrase. A better, more memory cards to be produced. But then again, would there be anyone buying them? That's the problem.
I mean, that's the let's see. I exaggerated saying a 16 gig would be 80. What would it actually be?
Let's go on Amazon right now.
So I'm on Amazon. A 16 gig PlayStation Vita memory card. Full price is $59.99. On sale for $49.95.
Thank you. You answered my question there. I was about to look it up. So
You guys don't know how tempting it is. I only have crunchy foods here.
I'm sorry.
You can't
And I
eat
wish-
on a podcast party. That's podcast 101.
Too bad, I was already eating.
Then
When you go in and they're like, hey, this is podcast 101. First of all, not sure why we're teaching you a class on how to podcast. But second of all, never eat on microphone. It's just a given.
hey.
Eating anyway.
Also install a little later. Can you, since I know your Wi-Fi isn't exactly good, pull up the YouTube thing right now, just for the time being.
Yeah, for sure.
So we could be prepared for it. But the link for the channel is in the bottom
Of the Google Docs?
of the Google Docs. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, because
You're welcome.
that loading while we were supposed to watch it would have been bad news bears.
Anybody remember Rocket Man?
Because I'm a rocket man, burning up the fuse out here alone. So good. So good, Wombo.
William Shatner, though.
Oh, man. Oh, that was the thing. I completely forgot about that night until just now. That was a good night. That was a great night.
Oh my god, I learned that no eating. Yes, I am well aware, Miles. I saw that video. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, the closer you are to the mic, the danger. I keep looking up to my left monitor to stare into the webcam to give a little bit of eye contact. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't that show.
Hey, eventually we'll have a face cam if I have a more powerful computer. But for the time
Right.
being, we're just doing audio only with a,
I mean, this is great. I'm naked from the waist down. It's totally awesome.
All right,
I
this
don't
is
have
not
to-
Omegle. Come on.
Oh, damn it. That's right.
Do you still have the
what?
Twitch app?
Yes.
I don't. I can't stalk the chat. Time to re-download that.
Wow.
Pretzel sticks are great for podcasts. You're a real piece of shit. You know that, Storm?
Wow.
I'm eating shortbread, so
That's smart.
Shout out to Shortbread.
Shout out to Shortbread. Now, while Nostal's loading that, I'm going to talk about the next story, which is, of course, if you haven't heard about it right now, the Oculus Rift's price and its specs. I'm surprised about the price, like $600.
Yeah. I have a couple things to say about this, but go ahead and read the story, but I have some stuff.
The Oculus Rift is available for pre-order for $599 US. That's a PS3 opening price, by the way. I'm not kidding.
Right.
That's not exactly an impulse purchase, but real expensive. Here's the thing. This is for a very niche crowd, and then making it more
Very much,
expensive
yeah.
will just...
Well, hang on just one moment. I want to quote this, but I want to make sure I know what I'm saying before I quote it.
I'll just keep reading on until you get your words correctly. For most
Okay.
people, it's not $599 headset. The real cost is for a normie? For the
okay,
or for
hold
the
on.
norm.
I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec because I'm entering the stream and I have to turn the audio off.
All right then.
Bye, party. We love you.
She'll be back in a sec. The real cost is for the norm is for a high-end PC. Is this for like the only way to run an Oculus Rift is to be on a high-end PC?
Okay. Sit in, strap your seatbelts on. I'm taking you to the Nostalginator School of PC Gaming.
All right.
If you click to the attached article in the Polygon article, it brings you to another Polygon page. Tells you the specs you need of your PC to run Oculus Rift, okay, Wumbo?
A
You ready for this?
NVIDIA GTX 9. What the fuck?
An
Hey,
i5 4590, 8+ gigs of RAM, compatible HDMI 1.3. That's not a big
Whoa.
deal. 2 times USB 3.0 ports. Here's the deal. You are paying bare minimum $1,000 for a machine that can play a $600 peripheral. No one is going to buy this. No one. You're going to have a very, very niche crowd
Well-
that has been diehard since the last dev kit or whatever, but for the most part, no one's going to build a PC to play this thing. It's going to be infinitely cheaper to buy a PS4 and PlayStation VR than it is to buy, you know, the Oculus Rift and the PC you need to play it on.
fuck yeah. Sorry, man, but your audio just kind of cut out a little bit. You're fine now, just while you were ranting, just...
I mean, it might have been that I wasn't taking a breath and my voice was slowly getting, you know.
Okay. Optic Ninja in the chat. Hey, Optic Ninja.
Heyo.
Alright.
And
back.
Miles says, how's the hair install? The hair's doing okay. I just went to Star Wars. My hair always poofs up a little bit after I watch Star Wars, so it's going good. It's doing pretty
Screw
His hair-
your
his
PC
hair
can handle
poofs
it,
up,
Miles.
like-
What the fuck?
My PC can already handle it. I mean, mine can too, but, like, not for long. Like, because that's the thing, is it never stays at the base specs. It's gonna increase as, you know, software patches and things.
My
Yeah.
computer can't... I mean, I have three... I can't do... what
He has a
obviously-
Mac laptop.
Yeah, obviously I
Hey.
don't have Windows, and I don't have an NVIDIA card in here. It's an Intel.
I have a NVIDIA card. It's pretty good.
I really need to
I
get a better
have
computer.
a Radeon 7950, so it's AMD.
I really need to talk to you about what do you recommend for a video card and such, because I should save up for a better computer. You know?
Bro, we could literally do a PC gaming podcast. I could just literally talk for probably 2 hours.
I could not.
PC gaming
Oh,
is...
Crap.
We're a rare breed, not necessarily better or worse, but we're a glutton for punishment, if nothing else.
Yeah, we
So-
kind of set ourselves up for things.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
But I'm just saying, I can get like so many games for so much cheaper on Steam.
That's true.
fuck yeah.
So, Wumbo, the
Oh,
PlayStation
cheapo.
VR, does that have a price point yet?
Let's move on to. Do you have anything else to say about the Rift in general? Before we talk.
It's ridiculously overpriced. For $600, it should have some sort of onboard processing, but this is just an appliance to run out of an already high-end PC. It is completely ridiculous, and I think, as far as Oculus goes, this is a very bad move.
Have people already pre-ordered it though? I'm just wondering.
Probably some. I'm not sure. Whereas pre-orders are open right now, right?
Yeah. So I'm not.
Yep.
I'm not really. I've never really been the Oculus Rift or really VR in general. So
Same here.
it looks cool, but I don't know. I remember the Virtual Boy, and obviously that's not my time. But like, I've actually used it. It hurts a lot.
I feel like this is for an audience with a lot of money to spend that isn't quite sure what to spend it on, you know?
Yeah, like,
Like-
I'm so rich. I have no clue what to do with it. I'm
Yeah,
just
I mean-
sitting in a bathtub full of money.
So I'm on the Oculus site right now. $600 gives you the headset, the sensor, the remote, the cables, an Xbox One controller, and 2 games.
What are the two games?
Eve, Valkyrie, and Lucky's Tale.
I have no idea what those are. Well, I think I may have heard of Eve, but that's about it.
So, I mean, to be fair, it's not just the device. You're getting an Xbox One controller, you're getting a couple games. But regardless, ridiculously high specs needed for this thing. $600. I think that's
like-
a very, very bad move.
Little sidetrack story here. Like, I was at my local EB Games, and I'm not sure when
EB
this
Games?
was, but yeah, they have them.
They're barely in my state anymore.
But there was this like roped off section in front of it, like halfway through the entire, I don't know what to call it, mall hallway. But there
Sure,
were
I got you.
security guards, and there was a lineup to get into this store, and
They
there
were
wasn't
demoing
anything.
the-
No. And I get around it to look at what's going on in there. They were selling Xbox Ones for about $350, and you get 5 free games when you bought it.
What?
No, I have to be honest. I don't know how Canada money works, so that might be more or less.
Our dollar's about, well,
Their dollars. It's like
75 cents.
like let me get a
75
book
cents
out,
to
for
your
example.
dollar.
Let me see.
Okay, so $350 of yours would be like $225 of ours, or something.
Let me
Yeah.
see, I'm holding a
250.
manga
Somewhere
right
like
now. I'm
375,
holding a manga right now, and
$250.
some Naruto thing. It's $8 USA, $12 Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah, everything in Canada is so much more expensive. I swear to God. You
But
guys,
you guys
are
might
the
get paid
ones in
more
debt.
too. Like, it might be more or less equivalent.
Yeah,
depending on-
our minimum wage is about $10.
Ugh. Our minimum wage
$11
is $10
bucks?
too, but for you, that's that's pretty shitty.
Right. Catching up with the chat real quick. Storm says, you saw Han Solo? I did. I thought he aged very well. Glorious PC Master Race. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the Master Race. It's the
isn't.
one I'm a part of. Party says, hi, Party. Moral of the story, make things cheap so cheapos like me can buy it without hesitation. I mean,
Should you think that through? I'm in the call.
No, I know. I said hi, Party. I knew what I was doing.
Okay, I'm moving on to the next story.
Yeah, go for it.
Next story, which is the PS4's VR headset not as high-end as the Rift's. Okay,
You want to know why, Wumbo?
explain.
Because it's half the price.
Is it really half the price?
I mean, I don't think they've actually technically announced the price yet, but I don't see how it can be anything other than $300.
That might be true. He said if the VR headset was the Rift's biggest competitor. Is Microsoft also doing one? If I do believe it.
Probably.
I think they might be getting into bed with Samsung VR, but I'm not positive.
And also, Valve is doing one with HTC. I know that for a fact.
Right.
I've seen
Yeah.
people... channel shout out right now. He's extremely popular on YouTube, but Lazy Game Reviewer, he's
We're
extremely
not
awesome.
supported by him.
Obviously not.
Don't do
But
stuff for
if
free.
you want to watch old DOS video game reviews, watch him. He's fucking awesome. But he also did a review of the Valve headset they're doing with HTC and his experience with it. Unfortunately, they couldn't show any gameplay because it's a headset, duh. And it's kind of, but they filmed him using the controller and the headset, and it's awesome. But the problem is, you have to be in an empty room to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know who this lazy gamer guy is, but you should know that if you want a shout out from Colin Jeffrey, the Nostalginator CEO of Apollo Media, I don't get out of bed for any more than $1,000. So I don't know who this guy is, but
He
you
has
better check his
about
mic stuff.
over. Let me see. Last time I checked, he has over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, though. I know that for a fact, and he's also backed by Retroware.
Well, I bet he wished he had the 133 subscribers that Apollo Media has. Heyo.
I'm pretty sure you could pay a lot more to get in bed, Nostal.
Yeah, I would pay other people to get in bed, not even to have sex with them, just to kind of just sit there in bed with them. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be a
Let me
really
see,
intimate
how-
experience.
How much does Clint have? How many subs? He had. Oh well, I was totally off. Over 300,000 subscribers.
Oh, GG.
GG.
I rest my case.
All right, so I'm still reading on to this. You're going to have roughly $1,500 investment for the Rift, like you said before.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So let's take a step back for a second. Party and Wumbo, do you guys just overall take all these companies and specs and price points out of it? Do you guys believe in VR?
I would
No.
I would like to try it first, at least.
Okay. Because I have not tried it. I don't really get off to PAXs or anything where this would be available to me. That said,
I
just as-
once
go
had
ahead.
a VR shoved onto my face, and somebody held me and shoved it on my face. It wasn't a pleasant experience.
What was it exactly?
It was like, I don't know. It was one of the cardboard ones that was put together,
Oh, those Google ones.
and
I
there was
have
a
one of those.
phone in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was
Google
held back
Cardboard?
and it was shoved in my face. It wasn't a pleasant experience. I now hate VR for it.
I have a
See,
Google
and I
Cardboard,
think-
and it's okay, I guess.
I think, like we were talking about earlier, I think VR is going to be a very niche audience. I don't think this
It
is going to
is.
be the future of gaming. I think it has a lot of potential, but I don't think it is going to be,
Yeah, I
what
think it'll be
PlayStation and Xbox
pop-
are today.
I think it'll be popular as like a genre of
Mhm.
gaming, kind of like the Wii or Nintendo, but it's not going to be one of the main contenders.
I think the Wii is a great example of that too, right? The Wii came out 2007.
And it was
And-
and it was huge because oh my god, motion gaming, but then so much shovelware
Exactly.
came onto it that
It was this amazing, absurd, ridiculous box that came out. It wasn't really like anything else.
And then
it
shovelware.
very quickly died down. Yeah.
Yeah, because it got improved on immediately.
Yeah. And then there's the Wii U, which is, barely a joke at this point. And
Well,
not to
Wii-
say it's a
dude,
bad
the Wii-
system at
it's a
all,
great-
just it did not sell well.
hey, Smash.
The Wii U
It
is
saved.
pretty good.
Yeah, the Wii
Yeah,
is-
again, not saying it's a bad system at all. I think it has a good library, good games, all that, but it did not
It
sell
has
well,
way more.
statistically.
Here's the thing, and Sony's actually writing up to us now, but especially this year, I'm kind of excited for. Fuck, I forget that one game about dinosaurs and
Splatoon 2.
No.
No?
Yes,
All
I'd
right.
buy
Here's
it.
the thing: the system that has the most exclusives console-wise is Nintendo, and they have so many other indie games too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh wow, Easy just left a humongous thing. VR, I believe that it's the future of gaming in many forms of entertainment, but it's the future of gaming starting now. I don't know. They'll try this out. It'll fail. It'll fall. Or
They'll try this out. It'll fall off after a while, and then bring it back in like 10, 15 years or so. Better
That's
and
a really
possibly
good
than
point.
it could be the future.
again, Virtual Boy. Going back to that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, to say that PlayStation VR or Oculus or HTC or Samsung VR, these may not be, VR in its prime. We're just kind of starting to see this industry starting to, emerge. So
Remember,
who knows
anything
3 or
and
4 years from
everything
now.
can be improved upon.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Like, I've seen enough medical history to know that.
That just got really dark.
What? It's fun. Do you
I've
know how
seen
many
enough
bone
medical
saws I've seen?
history. I mean, I don't, but I would guess it's upwards of 50.
Yeah, I really like Lucticums too.
All right, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, they're lobotomy picks.
Good to know.
Are those one of those instruments you have in Canada that haven't gotten to the rest of the world yet?
No, it's really, really old medical science, like circa 1940.
So I played Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea Episode 2, during which a character performs a transorbital lobotomy on the main character with an ice pick, and I was like, hey, this is terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Include a free lobotomy pick with every book.
That's
Read
awesome.
it for the first time, every time.
That's really...
Anyone else have to say anything about the PS4 VR headset at all?
Very, very quickly, I want to shout out to Miles, who mentioned Ori and the Blind Forest as being an Xbox game. It is also for PC. So, just-
Oh.
Yeah, it's also for PC, and I think it's going to be ported to the Wii U and other things.
Is it really? That'd be cool.
I'm going to move on to PlayStation. Yeah. PlayStation users visit Pornhub more than Xbox sites.
I want to hear what Party has to say about this.
Yes, I chose this one specifically for Party.
Really? Wow, I feel honored.
Because
Party, you're
I'm-
a valued part of this community.
Hey, I was
Wow.
going to show a Walking Dead one, but then I thought I have nothing to say about this, and Colin would be like the only one to say something about this. So,
And wise choice, because I would have talked about it for 35 minutes. So.
all right. So, 46.9% of PlayStation searching on Pornhub on consoles
Like via PlayStation or
via-
just PlayStation users?
via the PlayStation. The
Okay.
console that has the most porn search on Pornhub is coming from the PlayStation, with Microsoft coming on a close second with 37.9%.
So here is my question. What the hell are those poor 8.9% of people that are still using their Wii for internet doing with their lives?
I think they mean the Wii U, but
God,
Yeah,
I hope so.
hopefully.
Because if they're
God.
sitting there on that 56K Wii dial-up internet trying to load up Pornhub to, just
Is it
do
really-
whatever
is-
they gotta do.
is it really a 56K modem?
It's not 56K,
Yeah,
but it's pretty
because
dumb.
that's a Dreamcast.
It's really bad. The Wii internet is awful.
I
It
know.
is. I've had to use it before.
I've played
Yeah.
Smash Online. I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
And they have that terrible, just integrated browser, but everything looks how it would on like a really shitty mobile phone and just all this stuff. It's just bad.
Hey, they
It's
fixed
really
Think
it.
like
bad.
2005 mobile phone.
They fixed
You
it with
got
the Wii
right
U
there.
though, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't
I-
used it yet.
They should clarify. Okay, so in the second paragraph, it says, meanwhile, the Wii is at 8.9%, while the Wii U isn't included in the chart.
oh, okay.
Oh,
So
no.
9% of people are sitting there on their 2007 launch Wiis looking at Pornhub.
What the fuck?
I rest my case.
Well, I mean, they
And the
might,
3DS
they might
is
be
like
girls.
2%.
You can use that Wii remote for more than one thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
the unsung hero here is the PC Master Race, and I'd be curious what that does to this pie chart.
I don't. It would probably be like nothing. Compared.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, because PC would obviously win this.
It is interesting, though.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sony wants to trademark Let's Play. This is interesting.
Let's play, like,
Yeah,
the genre.
they want to trademark the phrase "Let's Play," and you know,
this is fascinating.
yeah.
Why? That's like saying you want to own the letter Q.
I mean, it's a very valuable letter.
It is a very
It
valuable letter.
is. Reminds me of when I thought 2 was a color.
Is 2 a color?
That's one of the things you missed, Nostal. I was trying to
That
do
was
some
wonderful.
MMD stuff, and I thought 2 was a color.
Here's a question for you, party. What's the second color?
How long
Fuck
have we been
you.
streaming?
Far too long.
We've been streaming for about
38 minutes. give or
Okay.
take.
Just wondering.
Real quick, my boy Miles in the chat says, I know, but if he only got the PC part, he couldn't play the game. That is a fair point. I didn't say the whole thing you guys said for context. So for context, I believe it was Storm who said, I would rather have a PC part than the entirety of the Xbox One library. So
Can't you play all the Xbox One games on PC? Or on Windows?
you can through in-home streaming if your internet's quick enough, and if you don't mind
Hurricane
latency
Party.
and all these things. Hurricane Party.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm fixing my mic. Give me a minute.
Party, we love you.
We love you, Party.
Party, it's not your
Wow.
fault. There's a phone going off. I'm muting my mic.
Nostal's dead. One's a
Nostal's-
funeral. One's tulips.
No.
I'm gonna play What You Say. Somebody pack
What
his
you
coffin full of
say?
glitter.
So my
That's your
phone,
only
that was
been-
clearly dead, started going off at maximum volume.
This is why I muted my phone after Twitter went off.
That is
I'm on my
very,
phone.
very wise move.
So
Alright, so yeah, Sony is a money whore.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Anybody's
the
a whore
numbers
if there's
speak.
enough
The
money.
PlayStation 4 is doing just fine.
Yeah,
So.
it's the highest selling system right now. But Sony
Yeah.
of America once filed it back in October that they want to trademark the phrase "Let's Play," which obviously they can make a lot of money out of, but why?
Right, and I think it mentioned later in the article, some speculate that the company just wants to use Let's Plays as part of its PlayStation 4 streaming service.
Which would make
the trademark
sense.
attempt is a way to prevent other companies from using it, and they're probably got no intention of taking it away from the players. So perhaps they'd make some sort of an app.
Like Sony, like for the PS4. I mean, there's already a streaming service for the PS4.
Right, but it'd be the equivalent of YouTube Gaming or Twitch. It would be, Let's Plays would be the channel, and it's exclusively gaming, exclusively Let's Play gaming, which I have to be honest, I'm not sure what that would gain them.
Maybe it's just
getting
getting
a
a
lot-
better name. I don't know.
or like maybe a pay-to-use service.
That's true, but then you have to ask why wouldn't people just use YouTube Gaming or whatever instead? So
Maybe
it's interesting.
Capitalism.
I think it is capitalism. I almost want it to go through just to see what the hell they would do with it if they can actually get their hands around it. But I think it's absolutely fascinating.
It is fascinating. But that's about it. Okay. Game release being held back until Twitch can beat it. This was obviously updated after 36 hours. This game was already beaten.
Yeah, this was a weird article.
This was weird. And by the way, besides this going off on Twitch, of course, AGDQ happened. Who actually who actually watched that?
I popped
Not me.
in now.
I actually sat down and watched a few of them. I saw the Banjo-Kazooie stream. I saw the Super Metroid stream. I saw a little bit of the last stream, which was Final Fantasy IV. The first one I saw was Kingdom Hearts out of the bunch, and it was really
this was last week or this week?
it technically last week.
Oh hey Lexi.
Okay.
Hey, little cat.
I remember being cognizant of it happening. I just also know I had stuff going on.
I was unaware of it, so I thought, oh wow, oh my god, they could play this game so fast. What the fuck? It just looked amazing how they could just glitch through the entire game. Like,
I mean, that's kind of what they do.
like Majora's Mask 2, like, oh my god.
It's amazing. I watched them play Portals 1 and 2, and it's really incredible.
How fast did they do then?
I don't remember Portal 2. I want to say about an hour and a half, but Portal 1 like 8 minutes.
Oh my god.
When you're looking into the code of a game to try and exploit bugs to use in your speedrun, like that's some next level shit. That's amazing.
Alright, back into this. After 36 hours, the Twitch community was able to beat Punch Club. over 70,000 people participated. Now it's beaten. The game has been put up for sale on Steam. I've never heard of this game.
Neither have I.
But apparently it wasn't up for playing until, like, you know, I guess a certain amount of people could play it, you know, on Twitch. And I guess it's a...
So, my question is why?
Maybe it's just to garner attention.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know? They know that Twitch...
So, okay, hang on just a moment here. Sorry, I'm reading through this. Game will see the light of day with a launch on January 25th. Everyone will be able to buy the game on PC. So who had it before then, I guess, if it wasn't publicly available?
I guess a certain amount of famous Twitch streamers. I'm not sure who, but...
Interesting.
Probably not Casey Tron.
So we assume the developer reached out directly to people to stream it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Obviously for giant AAA release games, this doesn't make sense. But I'd be curious to see more indie titles do this to gain attention.
Yeah, like, I think they've done that a few times to, you know, certain people reviewing Fallout 4 before it coming out, but that's review copies.
Sure. Well, I mean, and I having not played it, I'd rather not judge it, but I think it's fairly safe to say Punch Club probably wasn't going to make any news articles. But here's, you know, GameSpot doing a write-up on it, so I think, for better or worse, it probably got them more publicity than they originally would have gotten.
And by doing this, they got publicity. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting.
I'll look into this game to see if it's any good or not. So, yeah.
I'm gonna guess you punch things.
Yeah. Noticing from these screenshots right here.
That's my safe assumption.
All right. Okay, and let's go now to this is hilarious. Connect not totally dead. Kotaku.
Oh,
False.
sure.
False. Connect is dead. Next.
This is a quote from, like, I think this is from someone from Microsoft. Let me see.
Major Nelson. What up?
Major Nelson. Yeah, Larry Major Nelson Hybe, who's working in Microsoft, or who obviously works in Microsoft. I'm surprised. I've never used the Kinect.
He is
I
wrong.
have.
Kinect is dead. The Kinect was dead the moment it was released.
I know that. So
This is like when, and I apologize if this is insensitive to anyone watching. This is like when your aunt dies and you carry around the carcass with you for 8 years after she died. Eventually, you just need to be like, you know what, she's dead.
why can't you just say beating a dead horse, man? That sounds a little bit less offensive.
Because no one can relate
like
to the
the
dead
ant.
horse scenario, Wumbo. How many of your horses have died in your life?
It's a
rest my case.
sane, man. It's a fucking sane.
I was putting
Okay,
this
but
into
the dead
terribly
ant's the
tragic
same, too.
terms people could understand.
Yeah, exactly. God, don't be so rude, Wumbo.
I regret nothing.
Screw it, I'm booting up my
I'm sorry,
Wii U.
Wumbo. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible officer.
1.5 billion research. What the fuck?
What's going on? That was a big number.
I'm just reading this. A stat for 1.9. Kotaku, what the fuck are you doing?
Sounds fake. Sounds like a fake number.
This sounds kind of bullshit. I smell a little bit of
So to
bullshit
catch-
in this one.
To catch people up, 13 million. Oh wait, no. This is just okay. Never mind.
Yeah, this is stat.
That's a collection of a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. We need a non-profit foundations to see the importance of supporting games alongside the margins, not to help them turn into the developers of sellable games, but to allow them to make games that from messy, fragile lens of art. Did you just call the Kinect that? And this is coming from an indie developer, John Sharp.
Have you guys used a Kinect before?
Like I said,
I
no.
have.
How is what game did you play and how was it?
I've played, like, some dancing games and,
Yeah, that's.
I
What
don't know, teamwork games. It was okay.
No, Party, we're using the Xbox One Kinect or the original Xbox 360 Kinect.
I've used both.
Okay,
Any
because I've only
difference
used
at
the
all?
360 one, but it was bad. I did not like it.
The Xbox One is better. I couldn't really tell a difference. There's something
Okay.
different with its infrared, though.
Gotcha.
Or infrared.
Inferred.
Depends on... Can you hear Splatoon in the background, by the way?
No, I cannot. You're fine.
Thank ya. 'Cause I got bored as heck just laying there.
I don't mind.
I mean, we're pretty boring people, to be fair, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
That, and usually I'd probably be drinking by now, so.
I may
In
have.
summary, Connect is dead and Party's an alcoholic.
Yeah, fuck. I'm probably gonna cut out one or two of these stories because, unfortunately, well, I mean, some of the stories relate to other things, so it's fine. But
Bro, this is your baby. You call it how you see it.
I'm keeping the Razor Core thing in, the Minecraft thing. Both of them are king. I'm gonna skip out on two of them. I'm gonna skip out on the Rise of the Tomb Raider one and the fans petition to bring back George Lucas for Episode 9. What the fuck?
That was
I'm gonna pretend that that's not real.
Okay, to catch people up on Tomb Raider, comes out on PC on the 28th of January. There you go. You read the story.
Yeah. Not an exclusive anymore, and it might be coming to PS4 for what I've heard.
It's probably coming in the holiday. I mean, it was a timed exclusive. It was never a full exclusive. But...
Fair enough. Okay, going to Hacker gets Windows 95 running on a 3DS.
Oh my god. I love it.
Real quick, my boy Miles in the chat makes a great point. He says, the 360 itself was freaking amazing, but the Kinect was that guy that invited himself to the party when no one invited him for a reason. That is a great point. I like the 360 as a console. The Kinect was just a bad accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kinect,
sorry,
I think,
go
was released a little too early.
Yeah.
I think they should have just held it and waited to launch the Xbox One with it.
Kind of seems like
Exactly.
the Sega Saturn of motion controls, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait, not the that's a bad analogy. The Sega Saturn was a good console, just underrated.
Boy,
I
what
guess
console was it that had like the weird glowing wand that kind of reminds me of a Hitachi?
PlayStation Move.
Okay, thank you. That is just a fail at trying to use Kinect, and
Now, Move will be used in conjunction with PlayStation VR, won't it?
Is it?
I believe so.
Wow.
Dick. Stop using bombs.
Alright, I'm gonna... Nintendo 3DS is now a PC, sort of. No, look forward to this article after Monster Hunter 4. 3DS is now a PC because... Yeah, I guess somehow some hacker made it possible for the new 3DS to run Windows 95.
Surprise!
Which I think is funny. It clearly doesn't have any real practical use. But I think this is just really funny, what people will do with their time.
Yeah.
I enjoy ruining different items' purposes. Like laminating a paper towel.
Why would you laminate a paper towel?
Guess why not?
I mean, that's a dangerous way of thinking, though. It's like, why shouldn't I play in the freeway? Because why not? Alright, fair enough.
Alright, let's go into Razor Core. Now, Nestal, since you
Okay.
What the fuck is this thing?
So to
No
catch people
IGN, I don't want to... Oh, this is an IGN, this is PC Gamer. No PC Gamer, no ads.
So the Razor Core is a company I previously swore to never buy anything from. Coming up to me and saying, you know what, Nestal, we know you've been thinking for years about buying a MacBook, but you've been uneasy about how small the GPU inside that thing is. So we're going to give you a way around that. There was a sort of, I don't want to use the word bootlegged, homebrew, I guess. There was a fan-made thing where basically a guy took an enclosure, put his graphics card in it, and then ran a bunch of connectors to his MacBook, and in doing so, had an external graphics card to his machine.
I may want to get this now.
Because it had so many conversions and things like that, it wasn't really practically usable, but it did work. Not as well as it should have because it was a homemade thing, but it actually worked. And so Razer took that idea, followed it all the way through, and now they have the Razer Core.
So it's an external...
the Core, it's an external enclosure that you can put any modern graphics card inside of, and then through a Thunderbolt connector, can connect it to your computer and use as a graphics card.
Thunderbolt.
Holy crap, that's amazing.
What is what's the Thunderbolt connector? Which one is
So the Thunderbolt connector is...
I think it's
don't
like a
wanna
charging cord. I don't know. I remember
don't wanna
hearing
say it's-
Thunderbolt.
I don't want to say it's the spiritual successor to USB 3.0 because I don't think USB is going anywhere. But it has a quicker read-write speed than USB ports. It was on all Macs for a long time, and now a bunch of newer laptops of other brands are starting to incorporate it as well. But essentially, if you're like me and you do a lot of video editing and stuff, and you want to use a Mac, but you also want to game on it, this may be the answer. The problem now is going to be, are the drivers going to be compatible? Is this going to be available on Mac? There's all sorts of things we still have to work out.
And
but
it
in
is
theory,
$1,000.
right. This is not price. This isn't for people that are trying to game on a budget. This is absolutely going to be expensive. But theoretically, if you have the money, this could turn any computer with a Thunderbolt port and a decent processor and RAM into a gaming machine.
I would.
Theoretically.
This actually looks really fucking cool. Does it come with any cards too, or just the thing itself?
My assumption will be it will probably just come with the enclosure. That said, I mean, they'll probably bundle it with some stuff.
Yeah, because if I had like what $1,500 to spare, I'll probably buy this and some NVIDIA and cards and some sound cards and stuff, because this looks really, really fucking cool, and I might actually get this, because if some of you don't know, I have a shitty computer. It's a MacBook, and it's definitely good for video editing and stuff, but for gaming, and especially streaming, dear God, if any of you...
Well, and yeah, to be fair, again, and your computer's starting to get to the point where it's a little outdated, but... And I think you, especially, is kind of the target demographic for this, because people that buy Macs don't upgrade every 1 or 2 years like Windows people do. They hold on to them for 4 or 5 years because they last that long.
Like Windows people do.
Right. And
I've never
the
upgraded.
thing... Oh, well, that was your mistake, Party. But no, just kidding. But ultimately, I think this is... This is us moving closer towards open architecture, essentially, and, you know, giving people like Wumbo that don't want to have to buy a new computer, you know, the ability to use stuff outside of their rig.
Yeah, this is cheaper than buying like an Alienware laptop, which is about, I don't know.
Now people could say I could take the money to buy the graphics card in the enclosure and just get a $900 Windows PC that already has a dedicated graphics card, and you absolutely could, and you're not the target demographic for this.
Yeah.
But for people that want to hold on to their Macs or their old machines that just need better graphics, I think this is a really interesting thing.
Yeah, this looks really fucking cool, man.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes. I don't think it's going to outsell anything. I think it's for a very, very niche audience, but I'm very excited.
I totally hate you.
Well, I'm into this, so yeah. But is it already released, or?
So they showed this at, I want to say, CES this year. I don't know if it's released yet or not. I can look it up.
Please do.
Oh, well, the bottom line of the PC Gamer article says Razer hasn't finalized price or release date for the core yet, but will only say it's coming out in the first half of this year. So it's on the horizon.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely save up for this. I'm gonna catch up with the chat while you're doing that. From Miles Eric Prower, I own an Xbox One, I'm assuming, and through a lot of problems are shown, it's a very good experience with it, and it will never once made me think that a PS4 would have been the right choice. Both consoles are great, though. Yes, both consoles are great, and it kind of seems like they're a little bit similar, but some of them have different features that make them stand out, and different games, of course. But here's the thing with the Xbone, there aren't that many exclusives, like... And I'm not counting Rise of the Tomb Raider here because it's a timed exclusive.
No. Okay,
Party's being murdered by a small Asian child.
Like what? How many?
No, I was being murdered by Kraken.
Like how many exclusives are on there? Like 3?
Kraken.
To be fair, though, I feel like we're really early in the console generation. I don't think PlayStation really has that many exclusives yet.
True.
I mean, you got Bloodborne, you got... And I'm not listing every exclusive, but ones that really matter. I mean, you got Bloodborne, you got Until Dawn. What else?
I don't fucking... there's going to be more exclusives this year, though. I know that.
Definitely. I mean, we got Horizon coming up. We got Uncharted, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that one.
But, you know, I don't count Last of Us Remastered. That's a PS3 game for PS4. I don't count Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection. That's, you know, 3 PS3 games for PS4. Mm-hmm. So we're really early in the generation. I feel like ultimately they're more or less the same box. Statistically, the PS4 is a little bit higher powered, but not enough to make that the reason you're gonna get it.
Yeah, because like I had a little bit of and I think my dad probably had the same feeling of buyer's remorse when we first got it, because I didn't really feel impressed with the system at first, because it kind of looked similar. Like with the PS3 and the PS2, there's an obvious difference.
Well, and and this is this whole thing. I don't know if we really want to get into this, but the
We might-
PS3 was very, very much an experimental piece of hardware.
Oh yeah, 7 processors. But
Right, as opposed to the Xbox One and the PS4, which are more or less the same thing.
you know, maybe we should
So.
get into this in another episode by comparing consoles. But for the time being,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Going back to the chat. Easy, referring to the Kinect Xbox One, not the Xbone itself. The Xbone is amazing. Okay, that's why they started selling the Xbone without the Kinect. Probably,
Heyo.
yeah, and having a cheaper console.
I think mine came with Kinect.
I think they were bundling them together at first. I'm not sure if that's still a thing or not.
They were, but then they stopped doing it because they realized no one's going to buy the Kinect with it, so they
Well,
started
not only
selling it
that, but
separately.
PS4 was selling so well, they probably had to start pricing it competitively, and the easiest way to do that is to cut out the peripherals and just sell the console.
Mhm.
So,
All right, Minecraft Imitator gets removed after placing in the top 10 apps. I have heard about this thing thanks to Machinima. You know, they have an anti-gaming type of channel thing. All right,
sure,
yeah. This is kind of fucked up. Have you actually seen gameplay of this game?
No, I haven't.
Alright, supposedly, it's Scorpion from Mortal Kombat standing in the middle of a cross while zombies are attacking them in sort of an 8-bit area. That's it. For $7, you get that.
I mean, I feel like I'm hearing about this stuff on the App Store all the time.
And this guy was apparently doing this shit a lot by doing a Five Nights at Freddy's game also. Like Five Nights at Freddy's, the official special edition or something that obviously was not, you know, a real game in the series.
Sure. I mean, so was this a paid game? He was asking people money.
$11.
Okay, so that's where I have the problem, is that he's charging for something that essentially isn't his work. If it's a free-to-play game and he's not making any money off of this, I think that's okay, because it's really hard to learn coding and, you know, cloning other people's games. It sounds stupid, but if you're not making money off of it and you're doing it as a thought experiment, I think that's okay.
But $11
that said,
for a game
right.
that...
He should not be charging for something that is clearly not his work.
And this completely reminds me of another thing that happened on Steam months ago of this one. I forget the name of the game or the name of the guy, but he was making a game that's supposedly extremely hard to master, or it's a puzzle game, but that was unsolvable. It was made to be unsolvable, and it was supposed to have like 7 levels. It only had 1 level where you're a little ball moving around the area, and that's it. And you can't even beat the level.
Was it early access?
It wasn't. I'm not sure.
Shoot! Go!
I think it was early access, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds fishy.
And then Steam, of course, took it off.
Yeah, I feel like Steam's pretty good for the most part of regulating their market.
Minecraft.
Which, yeah. I'm not really into Minecraft. I used to be, but not really anymore. I know you guys are definitely into Minecraft.
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as you,
like-
right? It's like, I haven't really played it much lately.
I'm okay with it, but I'm not really into it. Like, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
my first choice of game.
It's like, I don't remember the last time I played Minecraft. It's easily been months.
But like,
Minecraft.
you have to take into consideration some of my gaming isn't gaming; it's training.
Training? For what?
Also,
Oh. Yeah.
It's like that scene in Rocky IV where he's running up the mountain.
more like just moving a mouse really fast back and forth.
Go!
I'm pretty sure he did that in Rocky IV. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure there was at least one scene where he did.
Install. Like in your first Apollo Media video that came up on the channel. Just like add a scene with like Party just messing around on her keyboard and moving the mouse.
I mean,
with the Rocky
we
music
might do
going
that.
off.
Could do like a 1-year anniversary with it's just Party, just 2 minutes of Party with the Rocky theme behind her.
Yeah, just I don't know, live cam of my hands actually doing Osu, which is terrifying.
Real talk for a minute. We should get a budget together and do a documentary about Party, because Party is absolutely fascinating.
I am a very amazing creature. Family-oriented serial killer.
You are definitely something, and I
I'm
would
an
love
experience.
I would love to just take a full-on budget and just go explore your life.
Yeah.
I think that'd be amazing.
All right. I'm gonna skip the other Minecraft 2 scam because it's essentially the same article. Now let's go on to Steam. Steam surpasses 12 million users.
Woo!
That's awesome.
Woohoo!
It's amazing, and they also passed what what did they get? Like $3.5 billion for the winter sale, even though there was hacks going off.
That's crazy.
Wait, there were hacks in the winter sale?
There were hacks in the winter sale.
People were logging into it. Well, I think they technically said it wasn't a hack. Somehow their data got... I'm paraphrasing here. This could totally be wrong. Take it with a grain of salt. But I believe the story was that somehow their servers got corrupted due to their own accord, so that when people were sending requests to access their personal information, it was being received with... Well, it wasn't rejected, but they were...
No, redirected like something else.
Right, they were receiving the personal information of other people. So I would log into my account, and Wumbo's information would show up, essentially.
Huh, wow.
And it wasn't a hack, as far as I understand.
So it's like they messed up their login
Right.
records.
As far as I know, their servers were just glitching out from all the traffic.
I'm glad I was out of town during the winter sale. Unfortunately, I didn't buy any games during the winter sale, which is fucking stupid for me, but I was out of town, so... I'm glad I didn't sign into my Steam when that shit happened, when shit hit the fan.
Now, real talk for a moment. What's the 2016 game you guys are most excited for?
Oh, man, I haven't really thought of that.
Undertale 2.
Is that happening?
Is that gonna be a thing?
Yeah, Undertale 2 is happening. I don't know the release date, though.
I hope it won't end up like Fez 2. Anybody
Fez 2 just never...
What?
It just never happened, Fez 2.
Because fuck you, Philfish.
Great game, though. I liked Fez.
Yeah, but its developer's an asshole. And his Twitter is... Ugh.
I mean... You're gonna have a few prickly onions in the bunch.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's a phrase. I had to just come up with that on the spot. Not sure.
Alright. Final article tonight. This one. Oh, wait, no. Second to last article tonight. My mistake. Kevin Smith is making a episode of The Flash. That's pretty cool.
Which I picked because of the headline, nothing more. I thought that was awesome.
Alright, here's the thing. I've never been interested in the show at all, but I'm very glad that a comic book nerd like him is being involved in at least an episode of The Flash.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like... And I don't watch The Flash. I'll get around to it eventually. I don't really follow their development cycle very much. Or production cycle, I guess. But I think that's really cool. Of just bringing in big fans of stuff, right? To come in onto something and just make it. People who... In Kevin Smith's place, yeah, he knows the industry, and yeah, he knows how to direct something, but he's also just a super big fan of comic books and just geek culture. So bring those people in that can bring the enthusiasm into it.
Fuck, he has like 2 podcasts that it's just about comic books. He has a TV show just about comic books called Comic Book Nerds, which I think is still going on.
Comic Book Men.
Comic Book Men, thank you.
No, talk.
And he also sold all his comic books just to fund Clerks 2, or Clerks 1, not Clerks 2. What the fuck am I saying?
Where are
Clerks
you?
is such a thing movie.
They're making a movie called Making Clerks. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
Is he?
He's gonna make he's gonna make a cameo.
Make me a movie.
And he's gonna produce it.
No shit, really?
Yeah, it's an indie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Catching up with the chat here.
Oh, it's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a close one.
It's gonna be a close one, party.
I won.
I'm gonna assume this is for most anticipated game of the year. For Miles Eric Prower is Naruto Shippuden Ninja Storm 4. For
Get
easy,
out of here,
it's
you weeb.
for oh god, easy is worse. Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15. I'm excited.
Neither of those games are gonna come out in 2016. Give up. They're not gonna
Miles the weeb.
Hey, I'm excited for... No, Persona 5 is pretty much done. It's just going to be ported to us Americans, so that's going to happen.
Square Enix is going to come on stage for 15. And they're going to be like, so we needed like another 3 more years. And everyone will just die.
Ugh. Yeah,
Square Enix is Final Fantasy, right? I didn't go out on my mind.
Yes, you're right about that one.
Just make sure.
Yeah, because this game has been in development for years, and it used to be called Final Fantasy 13 Versus, if I do believe.
Scott Cawthon's probably gonna do something.
Oh my god, if Scott Cawthon, if they're like, hey Scott, you know those 4 point-and-click horror games you made? Why don't you come direct Final Fantasy 15?
Oh my god.
Wait, question. Is FNAF World still happening? I know I probably asked this the last episode of the show, but...
I don't know. FNAF World... He did that one thing on his website where it was like Bonnie or Foxy had hung himself, and then if you turn to the gamma up in the image, it says, is this what you wanted? And people speculated that maybe that meant because of all the outrage that happened, he's not actually going to do it.
That's mean.
I don't know if that's actually confirmed or not, but I know that image
bad
was...
for him now. I mean, I laughed at FNAF World, but at least it looks like an interesting mobile game. I thought it was a pretty funny joke.
Who is it inking the goddamn base?
I'm not inking the goddamn whatever the last word was.
Base.
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 Don't
I didn't ink
covet
any of the
base.
base.
It's like really hard to go anywhere. Oh,
So,
God.
to be fair,
You got me.
I don't want to be the guy that screams "I told you so" from the mountains. But when FNAF World came out, I was like, wow, this is really weird and strange, and I can't wait to play it.
Same here.
And I feel like, yeah, and I feel like we were
No,
kind
go
of
away.
in the
No,
minority
go away.
in that, where most
No,
people were like,
go
no,
away.
stupid, make a Five Nights at Freddy's 5. And it's like, well, no, maybe his story was done. Maybe he had done everything he wanted to do.
Plus, read the book.
So-
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like
I haven't read
telling
the
somebody
third
who's writing a series of books to make another one, even though the story's done.
No, he
Right.
he read the
Well,
book.
don't make more. Yeah, I mean, don't make more just for the sake of making more. Do what he wants to do, and if he wants
Quality
to do a
over
weird
quantity.
JRPG style game, do it.
Nostalgia, yeah, definitely. Nostalgia, your audio just like fucking died.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
drop
just
the call.
became a robot.
Yeah, drop the call and come back in. Technical difficulties here at the Gaming Etc. podcast.
Quick, somebody play
Any
some
better?
elevator music.
Wait,
Is that any better?
speak, man.
Hello?
Drop the
Yeah,
call
it's
and
better
come back
for
in.
me.
It's not.
No,
it's not
it's-
really. It's kind of better, but just come back.
It's way better for me.
Speak.
Any better right now?
No.
Oh,
Fuck it.
never mind.
No. Drop. You know. Hopefully it's back up. I'm not sure if it's up or not. Install.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm okay. Yeah, it's back up.
It is? Okay, that's good. Alright, we're back. We're not dead. And Party, come back on. Come on.
Party, we love you. She's such a daffodil.
Can you message her? Because for some reason messaging for me is not working.
Wombo, it would be my genuine pleasure to message Party.
Please do then.
Hey, Party, you can join the call again whenever you're ready. Heart emoji.
We're about to start,
Easy says install, it's all your fault, bruh. Easy, I apologize for nothing.
maybe it's my Wi-Fi dying.
I mean, realistically, it's probably
I'm gonna
a
put her back in
combination
the
of
call. I'm
things.
gonna try this again. I swear to God, I thought add the call. Party.
Don't die, Party, we
Don't
love you.
We're about to get into the game. There we go.
There we go.
There's that beautiful voice.
The big,
There's
beautiful
a
voice.
Family-oriented serial killer.
Are you a family-oriented serial killer?
Yeah.
So explain that to me, because you've been saying it a lot, and I still don't know what it means.
Check
It's
her.
a reference to one
Check
of the
her
games.
Twitter, man. Dude, check the post.
No, like, I've seen it, but that doesn't explain what it means. That just says it again.
Family-oriented. I am a serial killer, but I am family-oriented.
But what does that mean?
I think related
What?
to us. That's what it means.
So,
What?
family-oriented as in you're good with families?
As in, yeah, like,
Oh, okay.
family is important, man.
Okay.
See, but you're not explaining this, Party. You're just saying
you-
more
wait,
words, and none of them are clearing
So
up.
you're Dexter Morgan, basically.
Yeah,
He loves
I'm
his family.
basically-
Well, except for the last season, but
I love my family, but I kill people.
yeah, Dexter Morgan.
Basically, I'm a part of the mafia.
Yeah, that
About
too.
family.
All right, since everyone's not dead anymore, going back to the last article. Live-action Teen Titans series dead in the water at TNT. I am completely disappointed in
God.
this. Unfortunately, although I didn't know this existed, so
Thank
My boy
God.
Danny Shepard, at Danny LaShep over on Twitter, he made a Nightwing internet series. It was 5 episodes long. It was really, really awesome. And for a long time, there was a Twitter campaign to get him to star as Nightwing in this TV series. So it was heartbreaking to hear that not only is he not going to star in it, but it got canceled.
that fucking
Oh, no.
sucks.
So I would have loved to see, you know, like a CW gritty Teen Titans TV show.
Yeah. Send me the link to that web series. It sounds really cool.
It was amazing. He did a really nice job. Considering it was fan made and he did it for, like, he had a budget, but he made no money.
Oh,
off
I
it.
didn't
It was
notice that.
solely a passion project. So it was really, really good.
Okay. Yeah, I really
Side
want.
note: Daisy Ridley looks like a younger Olivia Wilde.
Huh. I haven't read any of the Teen Titans comics. I'm really just only really know about Teen Titans because, of course, the TV show and the atrocity that is Teen Titans Go.
Same here.
Meanwhile, Teen Titans Go is all over Cartoon Network being whack as fuck. Yeah, I
That
know,
show is
right?
awful.
I fucking hate that show.
It's a really bad show.
Like, imagine having the best vase ever. Like, this is heirloom quality vase here. And then you
Vaz?
break the vase. And
The
try and
villain
glue it
from
back
Far Cry
together.
3?
Vase.
Vaz?
Vase. You put
Vase.
flowers in it, you know, a vase.
A vase?
A vase. Canadian!
Vase.
Canadian! Canadian!
Like I pronounce capillaries.
Couch!
Caterpillars?
Capillaries.
Are you
You
trying to
know,
say
your
caterpillars?
capillaries.
Oh, my capillaries. Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, I pronounce them capillaries.
Okay.
So you're not trying to say caterpillar.
No, capillaries.
How do you say
It's-
caterpillar in Canada?
I say caterpillar.
All right. We've learned nothing.
We've learned nothing. Nothing.
We don't know anything more about this strange breed of humans.
Go back to Canada. She's in Canada right now. Come on.
She can go back to where she's from. Party, you know I'm screwing around, right?
Hmm?
You know I'm screwing around, right?
Uh,
Yeah, I do.
Is this
Okay,
the
I'm
link?
just making sure. I don't actually hate Canada. It's just
I'm not that
shrouded in
stupid, eh?
mystery to me. Okay, I'm just making sure. Hey, you said A.
Hey.
Said. No, how do you spell A? Do you go the
A.
EY or the AY?
A, if you use it as like a greeting, it's EY, like A.
Oh,
But
so
if
it's
you're
a real
using
thing.
it-
This isn't just a joke.
Yeah.
No, people actually say A here. Don't be
Oh,
so
I did-
insensitive.
No,
I did not know that.
I know.
No, we-
Dude, I knew this.
It's really complicated how we use it. We use it as like, I don't know, as an adjective, but we also use it to really. It's like using AF, but as A.
So
It's
what's your
like-
guys' first letter of the alphabet?
I hate you.
I'm just asking a question.
What's your First Amendment?
Freedom.
I'm pretty sure that's something to do with
Freedom with the
bear
press. At least I think it is.
Get out of here.
All
arms.
right.
The first one's pretty much the only one that matters. It's like freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to self-assemble.
The second
freedom of
one's
press.
more important because guns, motherfucker.
You can
'Cause
shoot
you
things
can-
with guns.
Yeah, shoot things with
You
guns.
can shoot things with guns here, just not people.
I don't think, to be fair, I don't think it's legal to shoot people with guns anywhere. I don't think that's Canada exclusive.
Freedom of speech. Thank you, Miles. All right.
It's like I don't think you can go down to United States and it's like, all right, take your guns out, folks, because it's open season. Like, I don't think
Oh yeah, I'm going people hunting.
Hooray, people hunting. All right. Let's move on to the games of the year. We've each of us have chosen 2 games that we want to talk about, and I have about
One of
10
them is actually a game of the year.
Which one? Undertale?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't.
You
Well,
really
I
didn't
mean-
know that?
I didn't know.
I mean, to be fair, so is Metal Gear.
Hey, Witcher 3 was game of the year.
I mean, it's kind of a
No,
subjective
like-
term. There's not one game of the year.
Yeah, there's a bunch of gaming websites, and obviously, you know.
Right.
Wait. By the way, who called it game of the year? I'm just curious.
Who, Witcher?
I can't remember.
Not for Witcher,
who-
but for Undertale.
I can't remember. I remember.
Oh, it's gotta
seeing
be
it
a smaller
somewhere.
site.
Kotaku.
No. It's somewhere on my. I remember seeing it on my Twitter. I would say it open it for you, but
All right.
So
God
IGN
damn
named
it.
Undertale PC Game of the Year.
Ooh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move on to... Alright, this is my segment. I have 2 special games to talk about, and obviously, if you can't tell by the screenshot, it's Fallout 4. I'm gonna turn on the volume.
So Wombo.
Yes?
Can I go pee before we talk about this?
Oh, my mother... Yes.
oh my god! Did you
Hey.
not right before?
Hey,
So I did, but then I drank 24 ounces of water.
yeah, same here. I'm gonna... Party, can you entertain the chat while Nestor and I are going to do something for like a minute?
Oh my god! Fine.
Okay.
You guys
so
are
Party-
terrible hosts.
We are
So
terrible.
party,
hosts.
if the people ask, just tell them that I'm peeing.
Same. We'll be back.
I'm not paying attention to the chat, so I'm in.
Party, you
Splatoon.
got to.
No, you got to. You're neglecting your duties, man.
Man. Mander
be
pig.
dick.
I could just wait till Wombo comes back, and then I could go pee. I could do that.
Do something. I sure could do something, but it's not legal.
Freedom of speech. It is in Texas. Okay, so Texas has freedom of speech. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put up an image of the 50 states, and as soon as we have confirmed presence of the freedom of speech, we're gonna cross that one off the list.
Oh,
And we're
beautiful.
We're gonna keep going until we've confirmed from first-hand accounts that all 50 states actually do have the freedom of speech.
I don't live in a state.
So Canada has provinces, right?
We have provinces and territories.
Okay, so what's the difference between a province and a territory?
Territories are just like nowhere and less populated.
They're not populated?
They're less populated.
Okay. But in
They're
terms
the
of
Fidji
I'm not
size,
dead people, I'm just slightly alive.
in terms of size, they're more or less the same.
Hello,
More or
peoples,
less
I'm
the
back.
same. One of
Hi,
them is
Wombo. Now that
huge.
you're here, can I go pee?
You could... Just go.
Party doesn't love.
Because Party was like, hey, I don't want to talk to the chat if
Well,
you leave. And I was like,
alright.
alright, well, I can't leave then.
Alright, just... Alright, then go install. Alright.
The only thing I
Alright.
love is killing things.
Love you, people. Easy, you have a great mind. I love you.
Alright, so Miles mentioned this on Twitter, that you guys, even though I've been asking constantly to ask questions for, you guys should just talk about it now, so, or, say any of your questions to us, with the chat or whatever. So if you have any questions to ask me or Nistal when he comes back, ask now. I'm curious.
Or me. Just
Or
try and
or a
keep
guest too.
try and keep the questions about murder to a minimum.
Please.
I can't legally speak about them, but I haven't legally done a lot of stuff, so.
Does that include murder?
Maybe.
When did I discover royal bishness? When we first ran into that guy named Bish, whatever his username was, Bish, and we started making fun of him, and then you called me a Bish, and I became royal Bish by default. That's how. So yeah. Kelly's not in my art class anymore. What do I do? I don't know who Kelly is, man. I don't go to Hart High School, so I can't do anything about that. I guess... I guess...
How's it going?
I'm assuming she's one of your friends, so... I guess just hang out during lunch. Or try to fix your schedule so you can hang out with her during art class.
I love with people.
Nistal is not dead. Alright.
So, my bladder is empty and my mind is full. Let's talk about some Fallout 4.
Alright, Fallout 4. Bloop.
Fallout 4. Never played it.
I'm gonna turn this down
Yeah.
just a tad.
Well, no, that's not true. I played it for 20 minutes today.
You did?
I never
I
played
did.
it.
Oh, your friends, quote unquote. Okay. I'm gonna just turn this down just to...
Oh, hold on.
So, Easy asks, Wombo, when did you discover your royal bishness?
I
Yeah,
already
explain that.
answered that. I was basically
Okay.
answering questions between, Alright, so Fallout 4, where do I begin? I kind of fell into the hype, even though I never played Fallout 3.
So, you're one of these turncoat Fallout fans.
Yes, although I have played a few Bethesda games beforehand, I did play The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. I only played it for about 4 hours, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. I found it to be a little bit slow, though, to be honest, but still, I drew me in. Even though I was borrowing the game, I still enjoyed what I played. And, for Fallout 4, I don't really know that many differences. Well, I actually know the differences between Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. For one, the shooting mechanic in Fallout 4, for what I've heard, is much better, and you don't need to rely on VATS as much. But VATS is still an extremely, useful thing.
And to be clear, VATS is basically turning it into a turn-based game.
Yes, it is turning into a turn-based game, but the difference with VATS for this game is, it's in slow-mo instead of making it turn-based.
Got it.
And also the customization, which you're seeing right now, you could get random shit and just build. Whatever. Here's the thing, though, also clarifying thing. I didn't really play that many games during 2014. Or 2014. I didn't really play that many new games in 2015. I've only played a handful of new games, including this and the other game that I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, same here. And I was busy with a lot of other stuff too, but
I dropped.
So I'm saying that we all died in a horrific boating accident.
Yeah, we did. I'm very, very sorry. I dropped for some reason.
So the stream's offline again.
What?
I don't know why. Wait, no, hang on. I came back.
Okay, that's strange.
Wait. Hang on.
I'm gonna...
It is currently live.
Good.
Alright.
Okay, I'm sorry. Once again, guys, I'm very, very sorry about this bullshit.
Bro, it's completely, totally okay, fine.
Okay.
Easy says it's all good, peeps. Thanks, Easy.
Thanks, Easy.
Being a cool young man.
Most likely, once I edit this and upload it to YouTube, it won't be too hard. Because I'm gonna edit out, because, you're gonna send me all the parts, right? Afterwards.
The parts.
The parts of this stream, because this isn't one continuous stream. It keeps coming out.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I was getting confused for a second, because I was like, wait a minute, you're recording on your end, you have them, and then I realized, no, wait a minute, we're on my Twitch.
Yeah, that's why.
Got it. Yeah, I'll send them all.
Party. She's not coming back.
Party. You have to use the Force. It's like in the end of A New Hope, when Ben Kenobi says to Luke, hey, Luke, you gotta use the Force. And he's like, hey, thanks, Ben. Why are you in my head?
I'm just gonna continue talking about Fallout 4. Obviously the graphics aren't really that impressive, but there is a lot of things in this world. The world is huge, and it's definitely colorful, and this is probably one of the most interesting parts of this world. The amount of things that are in it, and I still haven't explored everything in this game. I've only put about over 50 hours in this game, which I've known you could put over 100 hours in this game or more, so...
That's a very big game.
Yeah. And I have finished the main quest, obviously. I've only really beaten the main quest once, though, which is, yeah. But, okay, she's asking to restart.
Okay. Hang on a second.
I'm gonna... Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'll continue talking about Fallout. Sorry if I'm just kind of butchering this. Once again, I mentioned the shooting mechanic in this is much more improved from Fallout 3, which I guess made it more streamlined for people, I guess. Also, for what's new in this game, I know the Minutemen weren't in any other... the Minutemen and the Institute and the Simps weren't in any of the other Fallout games, as I'm aware, by the way. I'm still level 23. I'm about a level 42, I think. One big problem about this game, though, I know I'm just jumping around everywhere, but one big problem with the game is the load times. It's fucking ridiculous. I cut it out, but it's about a 40-second load time for wherever you go, which is a bit ridiculous, but for the amount of stuff that is in... Yeah. For the amount of stuff that's in this game...
Almost 42 seconds.
Almost 43 seconds.
It's almost 45.
No, Party, you're getting ahead of yourself. That's 2 whole seconds higher, okay? Calm down. It's okay. Party, I love you.
Here's something cool about this game. You could just talk to random people and trade stuff. Obviously, you could do that with the other games, too, so... It's not really that big, but, moving this a little bit. Customizing weapons is really cool, too. And that's really about it. I don't really have... I just find the gameplay to be enjoyable for what it is. And that's about it.
Yeah, good gameplay loop, right? Just kind of does the same thing. It's, from what I understand, again, haven't really played it. Played a little bit today, but not in any real capacity. I hear it's more Fallout, which isn't a bad thing.
No.
So...
I know some of the community didn't really like it at first because of, it having more shooting aspects than RPG aspects. Like, I don't show it in this, but the skill tree has obviously it's changed from Fallout 3 to a skill tree, which is much more streamlined and useful, and it does kind of make sense.
So do you prefer the skill tree?
I haven't played. I guess it would make more sense, but I haven't played. Once again, haven't played Fallout 3.
That's right. Sorry.
Oh shoot. Fuck.
Artie, did someone
I'm
just get murdered?
No, I accidentally left the tower and we were like 1 inch away from winning.
An
So
inch.
did you lose?
No, we haven't lost. It's just I have to get back up on the tower. ASAP.
And
ASAP.
to be clear, you're playing Minesweeper right now, right?
No. Wish I was, but it's a hell of a lot simpler and easier.
That game is
Is
a
it?
game.
Because Minesweeper's pretty hardcore.
That game is a game of luck.
Not compared to Splatoon.
Minesweeper is not for the faint of heart, Party.
I played Minesweeper when I was like 10.
Oh my god, same here. Let me think. Another thing I want to talk about is the companions in this game. Some of them are interesting and some of them aren't really.
Puppy!
Like, oh yes, one of them can be a puppy. One of them is Dogmeat, the first companion you run into.
I love the puppy.
Dogmeat's pretty cool. He doesn't judge at all. Dogmeat doesn't judge.
So, why is his name Dogmeat?
Because in the
Because he's
first
dog.
that and the first dog in Fallout 4 or Fallout 4. The first dog in Fallout who
Guys,
can also be a
we're
companion.
literally so close. We just have to stay up here.
Okay. The first one, a companion that you can meet in Fallout, the original Fallout that came out in '97, is a dog named Dogmeat, and supposedly this dog is a descendant of Dogmeat. For what I've
Really?
heard, yeah,
That's interesting.
it is
No.
interesting.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Hey, I know that song.
My team is shit.
Artie, I don't know what they teach you up in Canada, but we're not allowed to use bad language words on this podcast.
No, we're allowed to. I'm down with it. I've been saying.
Oh, we can
fuck a lot.
curse?
Yeah, I've been saying fuck a lot.
Do you know how much
This
I've
is an
been
Apollo
cursing
Media,
this-
man. We don't censor ourselves.
God.
No, I was totally joking. I was trying to make a
Which, by
joke,
the
and
way,
the party
I'm a
was
bit-
like, "We've been cursing all the time, man."
I'm a bit disappointed at you for censoring yourselves.
Bro, it is like 8:32. Old fellers like me are trying to sleep. Okay? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no,
I was
I'm only
getting
joking. It's fine.
crunk by now.
Okay.
Okay.
So Wumbo, is Fallout 4 your game of the year?
Like I said, I haven't played that many games,
Guys.
that many new games this year, but I
Guys.
guess so.
Get your
So-
ass over here.
All right.
Sorry if it's kind of a butchering of it. There's many other great reviews out there if you want a more in-depth look at Fallout 4. But that's about it. And there's about a minute of gameplay left, so I guess I can skip it, kind of. Come on.
Wumbo,
There
I
we
like
go.
your review better because it's more personal. I felt like I was actually
fuck no.
talking to you because I was.
Thank you.
Can that splatter
Sorry, I'm just
go
kind of
and
trying to
shove
skip
up
it to
its
Rocket.
ass?
There we go. Now I'm going to talk about Rocket League. Oh God, Rocket League. Do any of you have any experience with this game?
So I have not played Rocket League, but I know what it is and I have seen gameplay.
It is fun. Oh my God, it's so fucking fun.
Yeah?
Ow, ow, ow. God.
One of the big draws was, well, besides it being free on PSN, which that's why I'm recording it on, for the longest
Sure.
time.
Did my teammates seriously just fall off and die?
Okay, whatever.
They did.
Just like the pick up and play aspect of it, it's so easy just to get into this game, and it's also an extremely strange concept, but it works so well. You know? This game's also on PC too, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah. It's an extremely simple game. It's definitely a casual game, but, you know, it could also be in esports, obviously, because it is a sport. It's soccer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree, Easy. It is so easy. Alright, not so easy. It's...
Cause his name's Easy. He spells it with a Z.
No, this game can get really hard depending on who you're playing with. Like, for what I
Hard,
show,
you say?
I think I lose in this match.
Really hard, you say?
So are you saying we should call him Hard 1891? Because it's the opposite of Easy?
Oh, this is me being a dumbass here. I hit it in the goal. Mind you, though, I recorded this when I first, when I was recording this, I was kind of rusty with the game, so, yeah. Ugh, I'm a dumbass.
I mean, you're only human, Wumbo.
True. True. But once again, extremely simple gameplay. It's an extremely outrageous concept, but still, it works perfectly well.
Oh,
Now, Wumbo, because I'm not really a sports fan, does that apply to me getting into this game?
I'm not really into sports either, so
Okay.
you could get into this game if you want. Yeah.
Because it's basically soccer with cars, right?
Yes, it is soccer's with cars.
Okay. So you're not shooting the ball; you're just hitting into it with your car.
Yeah.
Okay.
You double jump and you hit towards,
Okay.
you hit the
Fair
ball
enough.
with the car.
I was pretty sure I knew the concept.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Hit the
All
ball
right.
with the card.
You hit the card with the ball.
Hit the car with the ball. Yeah, people who are watching, they're not seeing the gameplay here. I can't screen share because bandwidth. I don't
Alright,
want
it
the
happens.
stream to cut out again.
Nah, I hear you. Easy says no. This game is just fun, and it's actually not even in the sports genre.
I mean, I could
yeah.
see this being esports though, right? Easy. Would that make sense?
FIFA 2017 is actually just Rocket League 2.
That would make sense.
It would definitely be something. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be mad about that.
Yeah, I think people would be.
Because like the 4 people that play FIFA every year would be really mad they got denied their game.
I mean, I've actually played some of the FIFA games. They're really good for what they are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Once again, it's obviously it's more the same each year, but if you're at a party, it's definitely a good party game. Besides, playing Smash, obviously.
Hi, Party. Your name's Party, and he just said that word twice.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I was just saying
not
that
like
it was
I'm
fun.
doing
In
it as a
fact,
joke.
if you look at the
Wow.
sports games, it's not there. Yeah, I that would make sense, but it is an extremely fun game, though. I do see it.
I mean, I've heard really good things, so.
Yeah.
So, Wumba, where does that compare to Fallout 4 for you?
I don't know. I guess I just call it equal. They're both.
Okay. Very different experiences.
They're
Not-
very
not-
different
not-
experiences, though. One of them is kind of a
Oof.
casual game. Kind of a casual game that's extremely fun and easy to pick up and play. And the other one is sort of a semi-RPG, semi-shooter that takes a lot of time to get into.
Sure. Now, going back to Fallout for just a second, what did you think of the story of the actual main campaign?
I thought it was okay at best. I didn't really.
Come
I
on.
thought it was cool that we could travel all
No.
around the world and stuff, but that's about it.
No.
Okay.
Thank
Like-
you.
This-
And, like,
oh, go
and
ahead.
I'm not really well. I won't spoil anything. I won't be an asshole.
Okay. Because and for me, story is very important in games. There are games I like a lot that don't have a good story, but for the most part, I really, really like stories in games.
Here's the thing, though. For main quest wise, it's not that interesting, but side quests are much more interesting.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard from most people I've talked about.
Yeah, that's
with
par for
this
the
game.
course for the Fallout series in general.
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting into this to have this amazing, tight, 10-hour narrative that's going to blow your mind. It's this long, immersive, 100-hour experience,
Mm-hmm. And the side quests are really, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I think that's really cool.
Although in the main quest you do run into Nick Valentine, which is probably one of the best companions you could run into in the game. So there's that.
And he becomes one of your partners you
Yeah,
can
he
use
can.
later.
That's what companion is. He could be your
Okay,
partner.
gotcha. So you got the dog meat, you got Valentine.
You got Piper.
You got the puppy.
You got Piper, who I did romance in the
Guys,
game.
guys,
I love
Hey,
Piper.
guys, go away.
Party, we can't go away. This is our podcast.
No, my team sucks.
Say your
Party's
best
saying
friend is
mean word
taking a
language.
shit, but you can't get to a fight because you're a bitch like Wumbo, and mommy doesn't let you fight because you're not good for a week. Ass Bones,
Oh my
challenge
God.
them to Rocket League and settle them.
Shots fired, bro.
I'm not. It's okay.
My boy Easy's calling you out.
I don't.
in the
Hey,
chat.
hey,
Oh my
hey,
God.
easy. If you have a PS4, man, I will challenge you to Rocket League.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm down.
I feel like you're the mafia. You're like, bro, set this up.
And also, hell yeah, Piper. Agree. I love Piper. Piper's fucking
Is
awesome.
that that's the companion from Fallout 4?
Yeah, one of the best companions in the game for me. There's also
Alright.
other. After the show, send me your your PSN. Oh, I wish I knew you had. Oh yeah, I have a PSN. That's what I'm playing this on. In fact, you can see it on the screen right now. Papa G Papa G13, which is my dad's account. So, yeah, send me a message, man.
Papa G13.
Yeah, that's my dad's account. But fuck it.
Like a G6.
Papa G.
I hate that song.
Gonna bust a cap or
I'm gonna,
something.
I'm gonna skip ahead just a little bit because
Okay. Good.
we only have like 3 minutes left on Rocket League gameplay.
So, what's the story of Rocket League like?
Oh, there is no story.
Okay.
What's
Just like Splatoon. You just do it.
I'm trying to
fun.
see if you can tell when I'm joking or not when you can't see my face.
No, we can't. I
Okay.
honestly have to see somebody's face to tell if they're joking or not.
exactly?
Because I'm pretty stupid, but for chat's reference and for your guys' reference, when I ask what the story of Rocket League is, I am joking. I hope that's clear.
I hope you're
Okay.
I hope you're joking.
What if the car was best friends with the ball, and then
And
a bunch
the car
of
was
other,
just sad.
a bunch of
wanted to go
other
and beat the
mean,
ball again.
mean big cars came and took the ball from the little baby car,
But
and
wait,
then the little baby car had to go try and retrieve the ball. But all the other cars think they're the small baby car in this story, so it's actually this amazing tearjerker about perspective.
wow.
You'll never look at Rocket League the same way again.
Wow. Although the
Yep.
ball explodes when you hit it in a goal, so
I feel like it's kind of a metaphor for life, though.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Party, are you ready to talk about Splatoon?
Splatoon? Oh yes, I am playing it right now.
Skip ahead just like a second. And by the way, I did not... There. And by the way, people, I did not record Splatoon at all. I did take it from the channels, and the channel names will be in the bottom right there. King Kirby 77, I didn't ask permission for him, but, you know. Obviously...
Hi, King Kirby 77.
Gotta
Thank-
go.
Alright, so... Party, can you explain what Splatoon is for people who are unaware and why people like it? And why you like
Now,
it, personally?
as far as I understand, Splatoon is the spiritual successor to the Halo franchise. Am I correct in
Well,
thinking that?
I don't know.
That's not
But
correct.
Splatoon
Okay.
is a third-person shooter. I guess you could call it a shooter, but there's multiple modes in Splatoon. It's hard to explain. There's a single player, but the game is mostly focused around the multiplayer aspects of it.
Mm.
Single player is completely different. Not your gear doesn't transfer over, different currencies, etc. But now it's just, are you showing normal turf battle or ranked?
Yeah, I think I'm showing a turf battle.
Yeah, turf battle is pretty easy. 2 sides, 2 colors, claim as much turf as possible. There's a whole different subset of weapons which you can use with it. It's pretty fucking chill, man.
I think the video I chose was like best blaster run or whatever, so...
Blaster. Yeah, blasters are pretty much like handguns,
So,
etc.
so to be clear, this is you're shooting paint on stuff, right?
Yeah, you're shooting paint on stuff to claim it.
Okay. So if I shoot the ground with my red paint, I have now claimed that ground for my red team.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
However, blue team can come in and shoot the red paint and turn it blue.
Yeah,
But there's no purple. That's not a thing.
no.
Okay.
Or white.
You're the one or the other.
So is there anything that can't be painted?
Yeah, there's different surfaces in the different maps, which are
Okay.
another aspect of it. There's different maps that are pulled from a pool every half a day, 12 hours? I think
Okay.
so. I don't exactly.
Yeah, they
No,
randomly choose 2
sorry.
different maps for each game, or for each 12 hours. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So it could keep variety
For
up.
turf wars and ranked separately.
Because this is
Okay,
a great
alright.
idea, actually, because you know how in Call of Duty they always pick the same map over and over? Like Nuketown, for example. That's a popular map, yes, but it's so overused. So,
Blood Gulch in Halo.
I don't really play Halo, so...
It's alright.
Like, Miles, if you're still here, what's, like, the most popular map for Black Ops 3? I'm just curious.
I'm pretty sure it's the Jedi Temple, but I could be wrong.
That better be a map on Battlefront, even though I'm not really into that game, just... That better be a DLC map.
I have seen gameplay of Battlefront. It looks very pretty, and it does not look like what I remember Battlefront as being.
No, not that. All right. Anything else about Splatoon? Like, why do you like it?
Why do I like Splatoon?
Yeah.
'Cause I get to shoot things, and it's pretty much my first shooter I've ever had, so...
It's
To be fair, though,
Nintendo's-
there's a lot of games where you shoot things.
Yeah, but this is Nintendo's real first take on shooting, like a first part. You know, because there's been other games like in the Metroid series, you know, Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Hunter, which is like a shooter game, obviously.
Sure.
But not... This is their pretty much first attempt at a
third-person
shooter. But an online...
Really, anything. I can't think of something that's been primarily online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that Nintendo has done.
Right. Well, yeah. Definitely. I mean,
Yeah, like-
Smash has an online element to it, right?
Yeah, and it's much better
It does,
than Brawls, which
I
is the
feel-
Wii, which is the Wii one.
Right. I feel like Smash is mostly like a party game. I don't feel like there's that many online competitive players for it.
Could be though, but yeah, I've obviously played it at parties and at friends' houses and so on and so
Sure.
forth, and at parties' house.
It's funny, because
I'm-
I do have it.
I'm joking. Let me see. Combine is
Right,
literally
shit.
chosen 24/7. Okay. I don't play Black Ops 3, so I'm not really.
Black Ops 3 is the one with the Dementors,
Yeah.
right?
I wish it was that.
So to be clear, there's no Dementors in Black Ops 3.
I wish there was though. It would at least make it interesting for me.
That'd be
Even
awesome.
though I'm not really that into Harry Potter.
So, here's my question. You cast a Patronus on a Dementor, and that's all fine and dandy, and that makes him go away, but it doesn't kill him. Can you, like, take out a machete and cut, like, the head off a Dementor? Do they work that way, or is that not a thing?
I don't know. This is coming from the same writer who thought they shouldn't put guns in this universe. Even though it's supposed to be the real world, too.
Right, I mean, yeah.
Like,
Where
why
were
the hell
American
aren't there
wizards?
guns in the Harry Potter universe?
Where were the American wizards when the whole
What?
war was going down?
American wizards.
Are you trying to tell me...
Really?
that-
You guys are just too lazy.
Are you guys trying to tell me that America wouldn't be like, hey, someone's fighting a big war. You better believe we're gonna go get
Well, not
involved.
just American, just the rest of the world.
Right. It's like, why is Britain apparently in an island on a different planet in this game?
Black Ops 3 is that game where you take this girl and you have to cure some disease, some old dude whose daughter died or some shit like that.
Pretty sure you're talking about Bioshock Infinite.
That kind of sounds, yeah. What the fuck?
It's Last of Us. You're talking about Last of Us.
Black Ops 3 has a new system where the map is chosen, but it could be chosen in an unlimited amount of times. Black Ops, then a map could be chosen max twice unless the developers purposely put a playlist to make it 24/7. That map is usually Nuketown. Okay.
Which,
There's
for those of you
a-
who don't know, is the town where nukes go.
Good to know this all. Anything else you want to talk about Splatoon? Like, how about this? Like, when they first revealed it, what did you think of it?
What?
Yes, I know I can't read. Shut up, Easy. I can't. Reading out loud isn't really my forte.
Wait, where are you talking to me? Sorry, I was
Yes,
eating.
I'm asking you guys. What did you think of the first reveal of Splatoon, like at E3 2014?
Splatoon? I was kind of neutral about it. I wasn't really interested in it or anything. It's like, oh, another shooter, okay.
I was glad that Nintendo was finally making a new IP, but it's a shooter. So I thought, oh no, is Nintendo selling out? But no, this is definitely an inventive shooter, like something that's different.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept. I feel like Nintendo, apart from its core, they have Zelda, they have Pokemon, they have Mario. I feel like it was about time they kind of had a new IP, so I'm excited to see them taking chances like this. I don't think Splatoon is ever going to be what Mario or Pokemon or Zelda will ever be. But I'm
But
curious.
those are like classics.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But
This is a new
I
IP,
think
so
you
just
got to
give it
take
time.
risks sometimes, and I'd like to commend,
Yeah.
Nintendo for taking that risk. It's obviously not as character-driven as a lot of the other stuff they've done. I don't think Splatoon's ever going to be as iconic as any of those other games.
Well, it's going to be
But,
iconic
yes.
for the Wii U, this generation of gaming, because it was when
Yeah.
Nintendo tried to do a shooter, and it went extremely successfully.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, I guess the next big Wii U title is going to be what, Zelda Wii U?
Yeah, probably that, and I mean Watch Dogs.
Oh, be
Watch
right back,
Dogs.
guys.
Watch Dogs is on the Wii U.
I know, but like Watch Dogs 2, I know that's going to be happening. All right.
See, Watch Dogs is one of those games I was really, really hyped for, and then I played it, and I hated it, and then the second I finished playing it, I was like, it couldn't possibly have been that bad, could it have?
I played it. I played about a few hours. I just wasn't really into it. And
You ready for this one, though?
Yeah.
I played Watch Dogs back when I was reviewing games on my YouTube, and I beat Watch Dogs cover to cover in 2 days.
Really?
So I played through the night. I played 9 hours the first night and 8 hours the next night. And I made myself finish that game. And I
Wow.
wrote a review about it, and then I made a video review about it, and then the file got corrupted and it never saw the light of day.
Lame.
So,
We
but
might-
no, Watch Dogs I think was a really ambitious game. It didn't necessarily pull off everything it should have, but
I know,
I
like,
digress.
also graphically, I noticed, did you see the E3 gameplay when they first announced it compared to when it was about to be released?
yeah, yes, I
What
did.
the fuck? The hell
I
happened?
mean, I feel like that's you know, your eyes are bigger than your stomach, right? You see this next gen hardware on the horizon, and it's, oh, I want to do this, and this, and this, and 1080p, 60 frames per second, and that's going to be everything. And then you actually get there, and you're like, well, yes, it's much better, but it's not actually what we thought we were going to be working with. So, you know, it's not uncommon.
Okay, once Party gets back on here, we're going to be talking about Undertale, and the Splatoon gameplay is about to be up, I think.
Hey,
Yeah.
Splatoon, the game where you paint things and shoot things. Maybe in that order, maybe not sure.
I might be getting this game soon. I'm still on the fence about spending some... I mean, I have Christmas money, but I want to save up at least a little bit, and I just went to the swap meet today to buy some things, so...
I hear you. Real quick, my boy Miles in the chat says, I thought that it was about you absorbing a virus and how everyone who has the virus needs to die. And even though you clearly put a bullet in your head, someone else takes over your body. I'm not sure what game you're talking about. Is that Splatoon?
Obviously not.
I might be Splatoon, Wumbo. I'm not sure how the story in Splatoon actually works.
Ask Party on that one.
Well, if it helps, I keep accidentally pronouncing Splatoon as Splatoob.
Splatoon.
So what's the story in Splatoon, Party? What's the main character's motivation for painting and vandalizing all this
Well,
stuff?
I mean, the multiplayer aspect is mostly just like, you're just doing it for fun.
So we don't really
Like, apparently squids or inklings just really, really like to do these tier 4s.
Miles is saying,
So-
no, I want to play the game entirely myself, with no spoiler insight. Alright. Alright, and...
I'll just give a brief description,
Alright,
because
before-
this is literally the first thing that you hear when you enter the game.
I
That,
You're a
I
squid, you're a
think
kid?
so, like,
I think he's talking about Watch Dogs.
Oh, Watch Dogs,
like,
never mind.
yeah,
Not
because...
possible.
Long story short, there's this gigantic electric catfish that powers all of the place that these squids live in. And something steals it.
Oh.
And you're recruited by an old man to help fight the octolings and eventually, hopefully, get that gigantic electric catfish back.
And this is Splatoon.
Yeah, the single player story of it at least. It's only like an hour long.
Okay.
Real quick, Miles in the chat clarified he was talking about Undertale. So, Party, when you talk about Undertale, try not to spoil anything.
Same here,
Oh,
man.
okay.
I really want to get into it too, so... Which...
The story changes, though.
Okay. I have Undertale gameplay footage up right here, so Party, if you please talk about Undertale for us.
Okay, so Undertale, from at least what I've heard and played, is almost like Earthbound, I guess. The story really breaks the fourth wall in different places, though. I'm trying not to spoil here, though.
Like Metal Gear Solid,
Like-
fourth wall breaking?
Well, I mean, in Undertale, there's two modes of gameplay. You can be the pacifist and only do act and be kind and never kill anything. Or you can be the no mercy and kill everything. And there's genocide, where you literally seek out enemies and kill them. The story and what you do in it changes depending on which route you take. Even if you reset the game, you don't reset everything. You have to live with your choices, consequences, man.
What
So
if
if you-
I delete it from my Steam profile and then reinstall it?
Then yeah.
Unless you delete all of the program files, it won't do anything. But yeah, you can do a complete and true reset, because I did it once.
Huh.
Fair enough.
You want to cry at first. Okay, Miles.
Yeah, it will make you cry unless you're strong like me.
And I'm stronger than you. I
Yes.
still haven't seen...
Alright, sorry.
You sounded like a woman.
It had to be done.
You'd make an ugly woman.
I definitely would make an ugly woman.
So, alright, so... Have you played any other RPGs previous to Undertale?
Not really sure if Pokemon counts, but
Oh, that counts.
probably. Yeah, I've played a couple Pokemon games and some really, really shitty horror and romance RPGs.
Now, to be clear, how are you spelling horror in that sentence?
But
Both ways.
Both ways? Alright. Just making sure.
Oh, it's Flowey. Flowey the flower.
Flowey the flower.
I'm aware of Flowey.
Did you know that there are also people who want to fuck him?
I mean, it's the internet.
It's the
Yeah.
internet.
If it exists, there's porn of it.
That's Rule
That's true.
34.
I thought that was Rule 29.
No, Rule 34. Not Rule 29.
I thought it was Rule
He was
37.
he's joking. God.
I'm sorry, sometimes I can't tell when he's joking. I don't know.
Well, sometimes I can't tell when I'm joking.
I have that problem, I'm sorry. Where I can't tell when some people are joking.
you can't see my face, and I don't really change my voice when I'm joking. It just always kind of sounds the same.
Kind of like my sarcasm.
Exactly like your sarcasm.
What do you
So
think
Party, is
of the
Undertale your... Oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead,
no,
Wumbo.
continue. Sorry. I didn't
Party,
interrupt you.
is Undertale your game of 2015?
Yep. 10 out of 10. Get it.
10 out of 10?
Done,
Wow.
done.
Spend your money on it. 10 out
Undertale,
of
10 out of 10 from Party Mix It Up.
So what do you think?
That is a
Feel
ringing
everyone
endorsement.
in it.
What do you think of the soundtrack?
They're all dead. Also, good soundtrack.
The soundtrack is all dead.
I would buy it, but I'm cheap, and it's on YouTube.
Fair
Look,
enough.
it's Cow Mom. I mean, what's Cow Mom's about to... Well, okay, I know she's a goat. but
Goat
come on.
mom. Goat mom.
She looks like a cow. I mean, look at that.
She looks like a goat and a rabbit and a cow.
So, no, I'm trying to say this without being terribly insensitive, so bear with me here. How did this game hit such breakout success? I guess what's so unique about it?
Like I said, the storyline, how it changes when you do the different routes. It's also programmed to seem self-aware,
Okay.
which a lot of people found really cool.
All right, fair enough.
I, however, am soulless and don't care.
You heard it here.
Well, that isn't really that shocking.
It's 12% shocking. At
Make your
least.
progress here. I have...
I'm 12% shocking and at least 6% gay.
I have a feeling you're way more than 6%.
Yeah.
I think you're at least 46% gay.
This game was
Oh, yeah,
made
good
in
point.
RPG Maker, right?
Don't ask me, I wouldn't know.
It certainly looks like.
Yeah. Anything else about it? Please, like,
No?
and what about the dialogue or the comedy, or because I've heard some things about. I've heard about Sans. I have certainly heard about Sans.
Sons.
Songs.
Well, his puns, they're amazing. I love them. He's the
So-
pun god.
On the
God of all
Steam
puns.
page, it says features. Killing is unnecessary. Negotiate out of danger using the unique battle system. Time your attacks for extra damage, then dodge enemy attacks in a style reminiscent of top-down shooters. Original art and soundtrack brimming with personality. Soulful, character-rich story with an emphasis on humor. Created mostly by one person. Become friends with all of the bosses. At least 5 dogs. You can date a skeleton. Now there are 6 dogs. Maybe you don't want to date that skeleton. I thought I found a 7th dog, but it was actually just the 3rd dog. And then finally, if you play this game, can you count the dogs for me? I'm not good at it.
Is that a review or is that like the legit?
That is the Steam description,
Oh my god, that's fucking awesome.
isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, how much video do we have left? Okay, we have about 5 more minutes, so...
Alright.
If I cut the... No, not 5, no 3, actually. I'm a stupid. And by the way,
Party,
this
does Undertale place in your top 5 games of all time?
Yep.
Sorry, what were we gonna say, Wumble?
Your games are after this, by the way.
Woo! I am ready to go, man. I was born ready.
Okay, first is Metal Gear Solid, and then it's Life is Strange.
Bro, I am good to go.
Alright. Walking through the spikes.
Is that anything like that song, Walking Through a Winter Wonderland?
I don't know.
Any relation there?
Party, anything else you want to say about Undertale besides get it? It's amazing.
Spend your money on it.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good point.
Give him your money.
Shut up and
I don't
take
know, though. It says you need 3 gigabytes of RAM.
That's seriously? This game? 3 gigs
What
of
it
RAM.
says.
What the fuck?
That's what it says.
This game looks so... Oh, come on. Like, Super Meat Boy takes 1 gig of RAM.
Do you know how many endings there are?
No, I don't.
106.
Seriously, how many endings are there?
Hold on.
100?
There's like a lot. I can't even describe.
I'm just gonna go with Nostal
There's
and
3
106.
general ones.
165.
Yeah, 106.
Now you're changing it.
192.
Stop. Okay, whatever. Alright,
least.
let's move up to Metal Gear. Which... No.
Real quick, Miles in the chat says, the art of the game is what I'm looking forward to the most. It does have a very nice art style.
Ori and the Blind Forest is Game of the Year for him.
Yeah. Great game. I played a little bit of it. It was really cool.
I haven't played it yet, but I know it has a really good art style. And I've seen you play it before, Miles.
The opening is heartbreaking. It'll change your life.
Alright, I wish you could just fast forward this just... Oh wait, I can't fast forward it. Hooray!
You are the control freak, Wumbo. You have all the power. And I don't mean control freak in the negative sense. I mean control freak like the villain from Teen Titans.
I remember that guy. Alright.
Yeah, he was weird.
Yeah,
he was a strange gentleman.
He was weird. Alright. So, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay. So, I want to preface this with saying I'm one of these awful, terrible turncoat Metal Gear fans.
Okay, for some reason, the call was put on hold for me.
That's strange.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
That's strange.
Like, I heard
Oh, go ahead. sorry.
Nostal glitch out and, like, repeat himself a lot, and then it went on hold.
That's all.
That's strange. Alright, so...
So-
Ooh, spooky. If I die, don't call 911.
I won't because I'm
Drink
not
to
positive.
forget.
I'm not positive if 911's a thing in Canada.
It's 912.
Yeah, we have 912.
Seriously?
Is that a real
You
thing?
seriously not hear the sarcasm?
No, I did not.
No. Alright. So, as for someone who has recently played Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2...
Oh, you are moving on up in the world, my friend.
Yeah, because I already had a copy of MSG, or MGS2, so...
So, I played Ground Zeroes because I wanted to, and it was on sale, and I was like, fuck it. Good a place to jump into Metal Gear as any. And I loved Ground Zeroes from a gameplay perspective, not having known anything about what was going on. I played a little bit of 3, I believe, at a friend's house a long time ago. Not enough for it to really register for me.
So you played both the games that include Big Boss as a playable character.
Hell yeah, man. I am ride or die Big Boss fan.
Yeah. He's a really cool
but
guy.
then he's a super cool guy.
Except,
and
in Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. But yeah, and I think I love games that perspective means everything, because, like spoilers, you play 1 and 2 and Big Boss is the villain. And then you play,
the third
3
game,
and 5, and he's really, I mean, he is, but he also isn't. It's all about perspective.
Now, I don't know anything about the story of 5. I know about the story for 1, 2, 3, 4, and the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. That's all I know. I don't know anything about Peace Walker, so...
So Peace Walker takes place in 1974 and 1975, and it is Big Boss, Miller, Kaz, Chico. I believe Ocelot was in it as well. I'm not sure. I haven't played Peace Walker. But it's them building Outer Heaven.
Oh, wow.
And so the story is Soldiers Without Borders. It is Big Boss creating a refuge beyond countries, beyond nationalistic ideals and things like that. He's building a country for soldiers so they can go wherever the fight needs them. They don't have to be tied to any individual country. So you spend all this time in Peace Walker building out your mother base and recruiting all these soldiers and fultoning them out, bringing them back, and training this new generation of soldiers. And then Ground Zeroes, the first mission in Ground Zeroes, you watch as your precious base you spent 100 hours in Peace Walker building is destroyed.
Wow, that sucks.
And what happened was there was an inspection, quote unquote, on your base, and the people that came to inspect it were actually working for the main villain in the Phantom Pain, which is Skullface. And they torched your base, they took it out, and most of your men died, but Big Boss, Miller, and Ocelot all escaped. In the process, Big Boss was in a helicopter crash, and he lost. I'm trying not to spoil anything here.
I know about the opening intro of MGS5, which is, you know,
right.
Man Who Sold the World type thing.
Exactly. So essentially, Big Boss wakes up in a hospital bed without an arm, with a giant piece of shrapnel pressing into his brain, and he finds out he has been in a coma for 9 years. And so now it's 1984, and he is out for revenge against this man, Skullface, who doesn't appear anywhere else in the MGS saga. Skullface is only in the Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. And he's out for blood, he's out for revenge for getting this guy that took 9 years of his life and his arm away from him.
Wow.
So it's about adult themes, it's about building, you know, things over time, it's about sacrifice, but ultimately it's about revenge. And it's Ocelot, Miller, and Big Boss and what they're willing to do to get this guy that took so much from them.
Alright, so that's a bit of a story. The gameplay. I heard this is a little bit different from the other games.
It's very different. It's very much Peace Walker from everything I've seen. You take Metal Gear 1, for example. It's roughly this 10-hour cinematic, amazing gameplay experience. This is not that. I have, at the time of me saying this, let me see here. I'm checking my Steam time.
Too many hours.
134 hours put into this game.
Jesus Christ.
I played a little bit this morning, and I currently have 68% game completion.
What the
This game is enormous. It is enormously enormous. And the gameplay loop is great. You go out, you Fulton out guys in the field to bring back to your mother base. They all have stats. So for 6 or 7 different types of things, they'll be ranked anywhere from E all the way up to S++. S++ is the highest ranking. And if I get, let's say, 10 S++ guys, and I task them to, say, my medical unit, then my medical unit, as a result of them being there, will increase in level. So it's RPG in a sense, and the higher your levels of your guys, the more features you have in the field, and the more items you can develop, and the more bases you can develop to have more people in each unit and things like that. It can be terribly intimidating if you have no idea what you're doing. So I would suggest don't look up gameplay for this game. Don't jump in at a save that's hours down the road. Start it for yourself from the beginning. Otherwise, you will get overwhelmed. Because it's very easy once you're 30, 40 hours in to really take a step back and just look at how much there is, because it's an incredibly complicated game.
Jesus.
But it doesn't feel like it if you play it from the beginning, because they do a very good job of introducing you to things slowly.
Okay.
As far as story goes, this is the only Metal Gear other than Ground Zeroes I've played start to finish. I've heard a lot of people say it does not have the story Metal Gear has come to be known for better or worse. In prepping for talking about this on the podcast, I finally beat Mission 46 last night, which is... it more or less wraps up the main story, if you will. And I thought it was good. It was something. But this game, you're playing it for the gameplay. You're not playing it for the story. It has an amazing, unforgettable gameplay. You can play it however you want. If you want to play stealthily and go in and not kill anybody, you can do that. If you want to, you know, headshot everybody from 50 meters away and then walk in to infiltrate this base while no one's left standing to attack you, you can do that too. So it really, it plays however you want it to play, and at the end of the day, it's a gamer's game. It's the best way to say it.
It's really cool, because I'm familiar with, once again, I've only played Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, and it's mostly full of cutscenes and a little bit of gameplay in between, and those two games are pretty short. Like, Metal Gear Solid 2 is about as long as Metal Gear Solid 1. It's about 10 hours long. For my first playthrough, at least.
Yeah, this is a very long game. That said, tons of side missions, tons of collectibles. It would take you forever to max out your mother base and get all your different units to level 99. That's the highest it can go. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. I'm 134 hours in, and my units are all about level 50.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, the story's there. The cutscenes won't disappoint. They're very cinematic. They feel like Metal Gear, but the emphasis is on gameplay. If you're playing this expecting a short cinematic experience, that is not what this is.
Because I looked up, for some reason I was looking up like cutscene length for each game. Metal Gear Solid 4 had like 8 hours of cutscenes, and this game has like 3.5 hours of cutscenes.
Which again isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. It just means the emphasis was placed on gameplay here.
Okay, yeah. Which, by the way, I know 4 was meant to be the last game in the series, because
right.
And then this game came out because fuck you, Konami. But
right.
it still made a great game, for what.
Yeah, and having not played personally MGS 1 through 4, I still more or less know the story of the entirety of the series.
I mean, you could go on Wikipedia and watch some videos on YouTube and figure that out.
It's like MGS 1, you know, you're not naked, excuse me. Solid Snake, and you're going up after Big Boss, and then you know 2, obviously you have the Raiden reveal, and then 3,
and then you're Naked Snake in Metal Gear Solid 3. So yes, there's Naked Snake party.
No, and then
yes, perfect.
4 obviously is tying it all together. It's Old Snake, aka Solid Snake, and you know him fighting the Patriots for the final time.
And then Metal Gear Solid 5 is Venom Snake, I do believe, right?
Well, I don't really want to get into that too much.
I know it's Venom Snake, which is also Big Boss, and that's about it. But that's what they call him in the game, right?
I don't want to spoil anything, but MGS 5 is about Big Boss.
Yeah, I know about that too, because did we ever? You know what? I'm gonna ask you this after the call or after the podcast, because I don't want to spoil anything for the viewers. I just want to know.
And without spoiling that, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I got to that moment in the game last night, and I thought they did a very good job with it.
I'm not sure what point you're asking. I'm just asking if certain characters in the game, like.
I'll talk to you about that, because it was handled very well.
Okay.
They did a good job. So yeah, it's the other game, which you mentioned a little bit earlier, that I put on here is Life is Strange, and it's almost the antithesis to that in every way, because where Life is Strange is very, 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 very cinematic, and it's almost telling you this story. Metal Gear is you are choosing everything, and it's completely gameplay driven. So it's interesting that, you know, I had those two almost antithetical games on my list.
Really good timing too, because the Life is Strange gameplay just popped up.
Perfect. So yeah, Life is Strange. I've been going back and forth all the time about this. I still can't decide whether or not Life is Strange is, in my opinion, better or worse than Metal Gear. And I think the reason because of that is just it's so dramatically different. Life is Strange, you play as 18-year-old Max Caulfield. You moved away from the great town of Arcadia Bay, Oregon, left your best friend Chloe behind when you were 13, and you haven't talked to her since. You're now 18, coming back to Arcadia Bay, Oregon, to enroll in a special, it's a school dedicated to the last year of high school only. So it's only high school seniors at this school.
Wow.
And you've enrolled in their very prestigious photography program. You want to be a photography major. And you've enrolled there. It's about 3 weeks in, and you are sitting in your photography class, and you get bored, and you go into the bathroom, and as you're sitting there in the bathroom, you see a fellow student of yours, a male student by the name of Nathan, come into the female's bathroom, yelling at himself with a mirror, apparently going crazy. A girl with blue hair comes in, tells him to hand over the drugs. He refuses, shoots her in the chest with a gun that he had.
The fuck?
At which point you, the character Max, realize that you can rewind time.
Huh, wow.
And so the game is about friendship. It's about time travel and sci-fi and the butterfly effect and all these crazy, ridiculous things.
A few things. One, party, stop breathing into the mic. I'm sorry.
I can do what I want.
I'm sorry, but it sounds horrible. And 2, it's a time travel plot. Which means...
It is, but it...
There's a problem with that, though. Not every time travel plot is perfect, you know?
No, definitely. And for me, I want to put this out there early on. This game has amazing set pieces. It has this amazing art style. It has all these things that are just going to take your breath away, both in terms of visually and narratively. To me, the time travel and the amazing, ridiculous stuff was not why I liked this game. It was so almost painfully relatable.
Because of the friendship between the two main characters?
That to an extent. I mean, Chloe, which this isn't a spoiler, you find this out in the first 5 minutes of gameplay. She was the one with the blue hair that got shot in the bathroom.
Okay.
And you literally find that out in the first 5 minutes. And you being able to rewind, and you eventually meet her again, and it's you developing your relationship that's been gone for the last 5 years and things like that. And you find out quite a bit's changed in her life since then. But it's to speak about Chloe.
Like she has daddy issues now.
She does, yeah. But like Chloe is 19 years old. She's a year ahead of you. She's a high school dropout. She is turned to a drug addiction. She is not very responsible with money, but she has this endearing charisma about her that I honestly do believe anyone who plays this game, in some respect, will have had a friend like Chloe in some point in their lives. Like it's so just painfully familiar to have that friend that, yeah, they're into stuff they probably shouldn't be, and you kind of try and talk them out of it a lot, but you still like them, and they're just always still there for you.
Huh.
And it's just so relatable to have that friend that maybe isn't the best influence on you, but I don't know. It's just incredibly familiar. They deal with high school in a way, like, if you only play the first episode, you'll think it's really over the top, and everyone's a caricature of high school characters. You have, you know, the rich bossy girl, you have the rich douchebag, you have the football player, you have the beautiful cheerleader, you have the nerds, you have it's almost a high school movie until you find out that was done completely intentionally, and they're kind of just messing with you of having these characters just openly be parodies of themselves.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Which is really clever, and you know, it's
kind of
like
school
the cheerleader. Sorry, go ahead.
What kind of high school has a vending machine in the middle of the place? God damn, I want that.
Right? Oh well, my school does. I don't know. About
My school
My
does.
school does.
My school
My high school
doesn't.
elementary. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, my high school. When you went down to like the bottom of the stairs, there would always be a ton of vending machines down there.
No vending machines.
Your high school has stairs?
Yeah, bro. My high school, 2 stories tall. My college is only 1 story. How does that work?
Magic.
My high school is only one.
Hey, fucking magnets.
Story
How did that
tall.
work?
I don't know how magnets work.
Fucking magnets.
But no, it's
How
like
they work.
the cheerleader has a pregnancy scare in the second episode, and your nerdy friend that's clearly in love with you, but he's too shy to say it, and you clearly know he's in love with you, but you don't want to deal with it. And you know, it's like it's just so painfully relatable, because at the end of the day, it's not really about time travel. It's about these experiences that everybody kind of has, and it's just it's real life in a game, and I feel like that's why I loved it. So.
I know this game got nominated for, like, games... This was at the Gamies, you know, the Game of the Year's award that
Sure.
happened. Like, Games with Change or whatever. That happened.
Right. Mhm.
What do you think about that?
I think it deserves it, absolutely. I think it does a really good job blending gameplay and narrative. It's similar in a lot of ways to anything Telltale has done. You're choosing your dialogue options. Those are going to affect the ultimate outcome. Some characters can die, some characters can't. But I stand by the fact that at the end of the game, at the end of the day, this isn't really a choose-your-own-adventure game or really an adventure game at all. It's really just an experience that I honestly think anyone who plays it will be able to relate to, because it's honestly just real life in a game. It really is.
Huh.
But
Wow.
no, I think they're deserving of every bit of praise they can possibly get. It's a wonderful game, and I'd encourage everyone to play it, even if it's just the first episode. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
I would play it, and it constantly comes up on my Steam, but there's only one big problem.
Not
Only
on
for
Mac?
Windows.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Ugh.
Yeah, and I don't know. The thing about Mac gaming is it's a small crowd. Most people that gaming aren't on Mac.
I want to
Yeah.
play
So-
it, though, God. No.
No, I totally get what you mean, but like when a company's making a game, they have to ask themselves, is it actually cost effective to put it on this platform? And in the case of Mac, they're probably never going to get their money back if they go to the work of doing that.
Maybe it's on the
But no,
is it
it's-
on the PS4?
It is on the PS4.
Alright, then. There we go.
And their limited special edition with like the physical copy and bonus stuff just came out as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm trying to phrase this in a way that makes sense, but like I think I would still call this a game, because I hate when people call games like this they're not games, they're experiences. Well, no, it's definitely a game. But I think MGS5 does gameplay better. It's more fun to play. But 5 years from now, I am not going to be thinking about Metal Gear. I'm going to be thinking about Life is Strange because it really, really impacts you emotionally, and it just makes you think about it. So
Unless you're like me and nothing affects you emotionally.
you should play it. It'll do something too.
No, remember, I watched you play most of it.
You got to play episode 5 though, because episode 5 kind of ties it all together.
All right, Miles
No, I
is
think
saying
I watched you
he's-
play that one too, didn't I?
I don't think I've streamed
Did you
it, but
stream it?
I don't think so.
I know you streamed Ground Zero. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I know you streamed pretty much all of Life is Strange except for episode 5 because of technical difficulties, I think, right?
Right. I know I streamed 1 through 4. I don't think I ever streamed 5.
Finished it off, man.
Which
Also,
I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. I really want people to go play this game because when it's your playthrough, it's so much more personal, and you'll connect with these characters in a way that a Let's Play or a stream would never let you.
I'm reading into this chat now. Miles has to go. Bye, man. For easy, fun
Bye.
fact.
Don't let the demons drag you to hell.
Miles, have a great night. We love you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Fun fact, this is from Easy. Metal Gear Solid 5 Round Zeros was going to be a Vita game, but Kojima was having production issues, and it got moved to other systems instead. Huh. That's strange.
I think that was a wise choice because that game in its current form would not run on Vita.
Yeah. Also, Miles' school has a vending machine. God damn it. I'm waiting for it to be complete. I'm gonna buy the shit out of it. I'm assuming you're talking about what, Life is Strange? Even
It
though
is complete. It is on PS4. You should go buy it tonight. Easy. You won't regret it.
yeah, it's like what, $25 altogether?
Now keep in mind I'm on Steam, but on Steam you can get everything for $20.
Oh, okay. Save
And that's 5
$5.
episodes. If you're like me and you're a crazy person and you do every text bit of dialogue and you read every diary entry and you take every picture and all that, then each episode will take you about 5 hours. But for a normal person, it's about 2 hours for an episode. So.
Or for a speedrunner like me, probably only hour, half hour.
Yeah, you could probably play it in an hour if you're just trying to speed through it. But I would really encourage people not to. Just turn off the lights, turn off your phone, shut off your Facebook, put on some big headphones, and really just get wrapped up in this world because it's
kind
really
of like
beautiful.
Undertale.
It's an absolutely beautiful game. And just as kind of an aside, the graphic style, they hand drew and painted every texture in the game by hand.
Really?
And it looks like a watercolor painting the entire game. It's beautiful. It's just like, even when you're looking at the trees and the birds and things like that, everything looks hand drawn because it is. It's this amazing art style that shows.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we have 25 seconds left of gameplay from Life is Strange, but I think we summed it up pretty well. I think, although I probably butchered Fallout 4 and Rocket League, I'm sorry for that.
Bro, I liked your Fallout 4 review. I think you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry for also kind of putting me on the spot. I meant to do some notes for each game, but I kind of got home around 6 o'clock, so I didn't really have time. 6 o'clock.
Man, that's what we do. I feel like this isn't, and this is our second week, so we're still kind of working into our stride and trying to
I
figure out
just
how this will
winged
go. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's what this is. This isn't a super polished, super developed game show where people are coming here for high production quality stuff. This is us talking to them and them talking to us, and the dialogue is what's important, not that we're uber prepared.
Definitely.
So.
All right. Well, we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now, aside from all the cuts and shit. Guess we're going on to the final part. Unless, do we have any questions on Twitter?
I will check the Twitter.
I've been advertising the shit out of it on my Twitter, and no one is.
Twitter's really hit or miss.
I would blogged it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have.
Rethinged it. I don't know. I'm too used to being on Tumblr.
Easy thought
On
there
Twitter,
was going to
I
be an
have-
episode
sorry,
6 of Life is Strange.
There is not.
Okay.
I mean, if there's going to be, it's news to me, and I followed development for this game religiously. So.
Maybe it's like a Walking Dead extra DLC thing. Like in the first.
Sure, 400 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
400 days.
They've said they have not confirmed a season 2, but they have said they're interested in doing a season 2.
Okay.
That said, it probably won't be for some time.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe they're gonna do another game first, and then go back to Life, and then do Life is Strange 2.
Yeah, it's made by Don't Nod, so this is the same people that made Remember Me.
I've heard about that
And,
game.
what else did they make?
Well, Party, are you on a computer right now?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, fuck.
Party,
would
does
I
your
be on
phone
a
have
computer?
internet?
Yes.
Can you look up a YouTube video?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go at.
Yeah.
I will tell you this.
Can you look up funny Sega Saturn commercial space dash another space Theater of the Eye?
Just send me a link.
It's in the... I'll just put it in there. This is for... Alright, the commercial I'm about to show you guys is a commercial for a system that I absolutely love and I think it's underrated. The Sega Saturn.
The Nintendo GameCube.
Shut up.
No, sorry. Sorry.
I just bought... I also bought Sonic Heroes for the GameCube today at a swap meet.
I'm muting myself just in case it goes through my mic.
Party, we love you. Don't die.
No, okay. Alright, so I guess we're gonna watch it right now. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, just tell me when.
Give me a second. Where's OBS? There's OBS. YouTube capture. There we go. I have to label this. Did it cut out? The stream?
Yeah, you're really static.
Oh, fuck.
I'll make sure it's on my end. Can you...
Okay, oh. Okay, I was wondering how to get out of hold. I'm trying to add her to the call. There we go.
Okay, now you're fine.
Yeah.
Weird. Do you know what happened?
I don't know. Oh, you guys keep... Oh, shit. The stream cut out.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, fuck.
I've had to have mine on pause since I couldn't
I'm sorry.
watch
Dude,
the stream. man.
sorry, Easy.
And I'm back.
Okay. Even though Skype says you're still connecting.
What?
I know, it's strange.
Dude, can we just take a second? Our bro Easy has been here since we started.
I know. Easy, you're fucking awesome, man.
Thank you so much, man. We love you. Shout out to Easy.
Shout out to Easy. Alright, let's get on to
Party,
the
party. You should give Easy a shout out.
Yeah, give Easy a shout out.
No, what?
Or
No.
don't. It's cool. He's been here since the beginning, party.
Yeah.
I've been here since the very beginning.
Well, you're a
Well, yeah,
guest.
so have me and Wumbo, but we're not sitting here slapping ourselves on the back.
Eh.
Alright.
Hey, Wumbo, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this podcast. You're a good man.
Thank you, man. You're a very good man for coming here and listening to me babble for 2.5 hours.
Hey, I don't want you to sell that short. That was some of the best babbling I've ever heard in my life. Okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
There you go.
Alright, let's finish off this awesome night with a funny little commercial from the Sega Saturn. For the Sega Saturn.
Real quick, Easy says, repeat the last 5 minutes of stuff you said. I got an ad. I talked a lot about Life is Strange, then we had a bunch of technical difficulties, and then we said you were a really, 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 really cool gentleman for being here the whole time.
Yes.
That's about it.
I gotta close the door. Sorry, people.
No, you're good.
So yeah, Easy, you're fucking awesome for staying on here throughout the
Yes,
entire
sir.
time.
Party refuses to admit it, but deep down she knows you are too.
No, I don't.
Yes, she does.
Alright, I will do a countdown of when to start. In a 3, a 2, a 1.
Welcome to the Theater of the Eye.
Rods and cones report to the orbital side.
How nice. We're trimming the toenails.
You could talk while
What's
doing this.
that?
Just,
This is horrifying.
it is.
I watched it beforehand.
You've seen it before?
No, I watched it beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Optic nerve, this is the brain. What's going on down there?
We're having a breakdown, we're having a breakdown, we're having a breakdown, having a breakdown, we're having a breakdown, having a breakdown.
What else can go wrong?
Urgent synapse on line 2. It's the sphincter.
Sega Saturn.
Oh my fucking god.
That changed my life and not in a good way.
I'm sorry.
That's gonna make it harder to go to sleep tonight.
I'm sorry. I've seen this commercial before too, and I know the Sega Saturn has infamously bad video game commercials.
So, my question, my dear Wumbo, is what Sega exec watched that ad and he was like, this just perfectly captures the essence of our console. Ship it, put it on TV, and traumatize these poor children for the next 25 years.
The same person who announced the system when they announced it at E3. Like, here's the thing for marketing about the Sega Saturn. Why one of the reasons why it did bad, it was announced and released the day it was announced.
I like that for today's market.
For in America.
Right. I think that's a really cool idea in 2016. I don't think that was a good idea when the Saturn came out.
But in 1995, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, you needed hype because people got to save money, and these things weren't priced as competitively as they are now, and you know.
There's kind of a reason why it was more popular in Japan. And here's the thing, it was very big with RPGs. And this is a quote from, I'm probably gonna butcher the quote, but it looks like Inside Out or for Osmosis Jones. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Osmosis Jones, man.
I remember that movie. But like the president of Sega, president of Sega of America at the time said RPGs will not sell in America. Now, in 1987, a certain little game called Final Fantasy VII came out. And
never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and then Western RPGs are a thing now, right? We have Fallout, we have Borderlands, we have Witcher, we have
Mass Effect.
now Mass Effect, we have Dragon Age, now we have Metal Gear, you know? It's like, it is a big, big, big market now, so.
So, because, you know, the popularity of RPGs really started around that time, so.
Yeah.
The president of Sega is kind of stupid for that part.
And those are just Western RPGs. I mean, there's a ton of JRPGs that are super popular over here, too, like Final Fantasy, you know, like you said.
Dragon Warrior, Pokemon, obviously.
Pokemon's amazing.
Yeah. Party, are you still here? Oh, yeah, you are.
Yep.
Alright.
One of my friends was spamming me.
Party, do humans in Canada have the same number of fingers on each hand as we do, or do they have a different number?
We have the same amount of fingers, it's just our fingernails tend to grow, like, super long.
Okay, fair enough.
They're used for protection, just in case, like, geese try and chase us again.
So,
yeah, I hate it when I'm walking to the store and a geese starts chasing me.
The goose just tries to mug you, yeah.
So, it's like the six-fingered man from The Princess Bride?
No, we just have really long fingernails.
So, does one of those fingernails ever fall off and get embedded in the lower part of the hand and then keep growing and to a point where it would look like a sixth finger?
No.
Does that ever happen?
No.
Has there ever been at least
too many
one
goose
recorded
attacks.
case of that happening?
Seriously? Too many goose?
There's just too many goose attacks.
So, when you walk into Walmart to buy whatever it is that you buy, do you have a legitimate concern that a goose might just swoop down and kill you before you get in the door?
Oh yeah, like, we never walk in back alleys.
No kidding.
It's like, there might be really angry geese back there.
So in America, we're afraid of people that are going to mug you and steal your stuff, and you're afraid of geese that are just going to come slay you in broad daylight.
Yep.
That's horrifying.
Sounds horrifying. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
I never want to go to Canada.
I would like to go to Canada.
No, but really, geese have, like...
Besides the geese.
Damn it! Oh, my dog!
You know, I need to put a proper screen cap in here for now, but for the time being, I gotta cancel this. Okay, so next week. Next week we'll probably have a better internet connection for me, but...
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Hopefully. Hey, that was real wood.
Yeah, real wood.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
So what do you
Wumbo,
want?
you want to go 8 p.m. next week?
Maybe 7 p.m. because it'll probably be easier for me because I have school tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to you about it.
All right.
Sometime. Thank you to Easy for joining us.
Thank you for Easy for joining us. Do we know what next week's thing's gonna be? Our main topic?
Probably not. We'll probably just pull it out
Well,
for us.
yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll get it worked out.
We'll get it worked out.
So, yeah, Party, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
Oh,
joining
you're
us.
welcome.
We appreciate it. How's the crunchy food treating you?
I had to stop eating it.
All right. If people wanted to know what crunchy food tastes like to you any time of the day or night, where could they find you on the internet?
Well, I am on
Pornhub.
Twitter at yep, everywhere. But I'm at Twitter at Belarus. 2
Okay.
L's, 2 U's.
Good stuff.
I don't know where else.
Are you on the
don't-
Tumblrs?
Yeah, I'm on the Tumblr, but I don't let people know my Tumblr.
Never mind.
What about?
Hey guys, thanks for watching the episode. If you guys want to see more from us, click the video on the left for the last episode. And if you hit the video on the right, you'll go straight to Apollo Media. Now, Apollo Media is a new YouTube channel started by Nostalginator and many of his friends, and they basically do 3 different types of shows each week. The McView on Mondays, which is basically reviewing McDonald's foods, the Collabicast on Wednesdays, which is a podcast about, well, pretty much anything, and Just a Tip, which is a show about, well, talking about dating advice or sexual advice or pretty much anything in that realm. If you guys are interested in any of that stuff, go over there and subscribe to them. They're really cool guys, and definitely subscribe to them if you're, interested in that stuff. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed, and put a like in there, subscribe, favorite if that's still a thing. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have yourself a great night or day or wherever the fuck it is. Bye.